Good morning, everyone, and afternoon, and all that goody business. Hello, this is Patricia, P.M. Mariah, PM Artist Studio. Welcome, all of y'all. Hey, we are going to try to get through some stuff today, because number one, all right, you're turning me.
I'm turning you?
She's always leaning on my thing. It makes me a little crazy.
Sorry.
What are we trying to finish up today? We are trying to
a bunch of stuff.
Yes, we're tired of meandering. We've meandered long enough. We're gonna get this darn accordion thing taken care of. A cover on it. We're going to hopefully get some more done on the foam head as much as we can. That may end up spilling a little bit over into next week as well, just because of the nature of the process. But P has done some work. That's going to be kind of exciting to go through. We're going to start out with the cover thing, get that all squared away. And one little, we're going to try to do a little showy of the other process with the paper towels, right? A little bit? Maybe? Maybe not?
Paper towels.
Remember using the paper towels on top of the texture?
Oh, I don't think I want to do that.
She doesn't want to do that today.
I don't want to do
Okay,
that.
never mind. We'll do that some other day.
I want to gel print.
Yeah, we do. We've got new stencils.
And I'm really, hot to trot to get to it.
Okay. So that's that. And then, we want to get to some gel printing. Good morning, all of you guys. We have, okay. We're going to change up the little ATC giveaway business. We're still going to give it away. This was just, we want to give something away like kind of each week. So, I will go ahead and Fran, you were early bird. We're going to give you one this morning. But then come back, leave a comment. Let us know what you liked about the stream. You got to give us, some... And so we're going to pick maybe, one or two, and we'll announce that next week who gets the one or two ATCs based on, comments and things. Because, we want to hear what you guys are thinking about things. We want to encourage even the replay people that, you're coming back watching. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment below. Say, hey, I'm interested in that ATC, and I love this, and this about the live stream. So, we're encouraging you guys to...
Yeah.
Come back, comment, and let us know.
Hi there. Laura's a new person.
Let's see.
There's another Sandy.
Oh, goodness. See, I went up to the chat. So, yes, good morning. We've got, Estella's here. Awesome. Candy, Leslie, Ann, Barbara. The chicken pot pie. She's funny. She's the Chicken Pot Pie Society. Sandy Kirkendall. Oh, hello, Sandy. We've got a couple Sandys today. We've got our Sandy Rath. We've got a couple of mods. If you guys have any questions, do just either, you can go all bold. Don't stay in all bold, because remember that, I feel like you're yelling at me. You can also hit the, at PM. That'll alert me. But we do, hello, Christy, are you there? And I wonder if she's in West Texas with her mama. So hello to Christy and Debbie. If you guys are indeed there in the panhandle. Yes, we got Ann. We've got all kinds. Oh my goodness, Peg. Peg's here. Good morning, Peg. How you doing? All right, we've got lots of people. Let's get started.
Let's go.
Because we want to get to that gel printing. So I'm gonna switch this over. Get P up on the screen, and guess what? I got the P cam. Look at that. I'm gonna fix it so you've moved or you adjusted. No.
Well, I used my head over here, and I think my head was a little bit
taller, maybe.
Taller. This needs to look down more on me.
Well,
this
I'll work
angle
on that.
Is not my best shot.
Okay, well, I can back it out a little bit too.
Okay. So here we are. Did y'all? I don't know how many of you went to the what do you call that thing that we did the other day that was 30 minutes, Mariah?
Oh, that was the Time for Art, hashtag Time for Art, little hop with, with Mary from the Mary Atelier. I think I've said that properly.
Atelier,
I never feel like I say it quite right. But
ow. You
have just been rough with your fingers.
That's why I have my finger condoms on today, is because I fixed Kiki's nose. She
got a second nose job.
She got a second nose job. She was not happy with her first, and she wanted a refund, and we didn't want to do that, so we had to redo her. Bless her heart.
Bless her little heart. Poor Kiki.
But yes, look at this. I'm really excited about this one because I have a plan for this one. It's not necessarily going to go with my journal, so I'll have to make a journal to go with my cover. I do that.
That was the moon thing that we did in the...
Yeah. And, you know, here I spent all this time getting this white background on this, and look, I mucked it all up.
Yeah, I never
I
really
don't
did understand your
that.
gessoing thing with that, but, you know,
But
whatever.
at least, you know, I think it makes it a little less impervious to all the moisture because there's a lot of moisture in this paste.
Yes.
And this is the coffee sample, which isn't that marvelous? Look at that. That's got some great craters and whatnot.
Oh, thank you, Kylie. Kylie said we were great in the hop. It was a good hibbity hop. Yes, it was, Barbara. Thank you.
And here's the other one.
Thank you, Panka.
Okay.
Panka's been watching us a lot.
Enough about that.
Enough about all that. That is the trifecta paper. If you want to know more about all that, I can send you a link. Like the place that I get it is a print shop, so they actually print things. I don't know if they would send it to you, but holler at me because I have a few hundred.
Yeah, we
We'll
definitely
send some
could
Happy Mail. You want to swap some
part
stuff?
with some. Well, swap it out.
Yeah,
Swap it out.
swap.
Okay, now this is a piece of sorry ribbon, and I don't know. Last night I thought I was going to keep one over here, but I may have actually cleaned that up and put it.
Well,
up.
we had
Amazing.
a little oh my. Yeah, last night P was kind of cleaning up, getting things organized.
See, cleaning up.
She went over here to grab the sorry ribbon. She had the cover in her hand and set it on top and then put the sorry stuff on top of it. So, we were running around crazy looking for the other half.
Well, we knew it hadn't left the premises. That was about all that we knew.
All right, Kylie's watching on the big screen. After, yes, we've been a little... We stayed up too late. We had coffee late in the day, and
Yeah, and I just couldn't get to sleep. I finally got to sleep about 1:30 this morning. And anyway, all right. So here we are, and the first thing I need to talk about the sorry ribbons.
Sharon's loving the rusty looking paper on your desk. Well, that's
my journal.
That's the meandering accordion. Have we really showed that since you've done
Well,
all
I think we did, didn't we? Everybody.
The stuff. I feel like that light is just right.
Well, you know, really, I know I should get this thing off of here because this is just so annoying. I hate these glass things, but I do need to talk about this before I.
Okay, yeah, get on with that, and then.
Okay, and
more
then
of
we'll,
the other.
we'll,
There,
we'll
I backed
do this.
out. Looking a little more widescreen.
Okay, so here's how you do this. You put it down, and you just glue it down to the glass. And look at the back. If you want shiny, boy, you got shiny. Now, the front is really nice and matte. I will say it's going to darken.
Yes.
And I think I actually put the extra piece that was left over. But there are all kinds of places that you can order this stuff from.
Fran has cleared out the kitchenette area and found loads of unopened packs of ground coffee. Yay.
All right, we're going to get rid of this.
There you go. Good morning, April. You're new. Welcome. Actually, April has commented before, but I think this is your first time in the stream. So welcome.
All right, now I did put this down because I have new. Okay, so see these? They're nice and stiff and ready to go for my next one. And Mariah so kindly. I don't want to lose these, and God knows I lose everything.
And here lately, she's been.
Yeah, it's been a real go. Okay. So here's the cover. And you want to make sure, because I don't know if you're like me on this kind of stuff, but sometimes I get confused about what's the front and what's the back.
I'm going to zoom in a little.
Cut these papers so that there's a bit of an edge around here, and there's two reasons for that. Number one is you want to tuck your ribbon underneath your glued down piece just for stability purposes.
That red's kind of bold, or it's actually, well, it's showing up red on the screen. It really is more of a coral.
It's more of a dark orange.
Coral.
Like I said, it was a lot lighter when I picked it, so, but I still think it goes.
Yes.
It goes with, there's some of that in this journal.
A little bit.
Yeah, maybe not so much. Huh.
Well, we can rub some stuff on it.
That doesn't disturb me.
It's not going to make or break it.
Yeah, it isn't. This is my back cover. And the reason I have two front covers on this is because, remember, you flip it over and the other side.
Because there isn't a right or a wrong.
No.
necessarily. Or
But this is the other side.
what kind of glue on the sari ribbon? That would be more of the Mod Podge.
Yeah, that's
Mod Podge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matte.
Matte. She
And I
would
know-
bring out the thing, but
We have a gallon jug of it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
Becky
I bought
wants-
it a long time ago, and I'm probably really glad I did because I'm sure that the
Did you
cost-
glue both sides, or you really just didn't have to, right?
No.
Yeah. 'cause-
Well, what I did is I put down a strip of glue, of the Mod Podge. Then
Okay.
it holds your ribbon in place. Then I painted this on top, and what happened is it pulled all the shiny goo
Yeah.
to the back, which is really kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to cut off that
You can give it
little
a little trim.
fuzzy there. All right, so I want this to go here. I have this is kind of when things are going bad. This is black gesso. So anyhow, there were some goopy marks along the edge there, so I kind of sanded them down thinking I'd have time to do
And
another.
as she was doing it, I told her, I said, I don't think that's a good idea. That's not going to
So
be what you
I
want.
just took stays on and put it brown around the edge, which kind of, you know, I made it a little rustic looking, and it goes
Distressed.
with this gel plate,
It's distressed.
this gel print. It's not the plate, it's the print.
Which
Okay.
I cut so nicely for her.
Yes, she did. And yeah, that's one of the things
Good
that
morning, Tanya. Welcome.
I hand off to Mariah because if it's precise cutting involved or any kind of measuring, I'm
Yeah.
not up for that.
And then I did a little touch up there on the end. That's what you're seeing on the back side there with the sprays.
yeah.
Because
it
there was a
was-
little bit of white.
Yeah. She managed to get 4 of those out of there. All right, so you put your ribbon down and try to get it sort of in the middle. You notice over here it's a little wonky.
It's always a little wonky. That's all right.
That's kind of how I fly. Wonky.
Some wonky artists. One of your
Wonky
people.
artist. And the other thing is putting this down, you want to make sure it's glued underneath as well as here. So what I just discovered.
Now, did you leave a little kind of little play to it? Like, you're not making it super tight.
I'm not making it super tight, and you can see down here on the end, see how, I mean, it's not a lot, but I'm not cinching it right up to the edge.
Yeah.
Simply because I want to have enough room to get my page in.
And it does sort of stretch anyway. Because remember, it is fabric, and it is still Mod Podge, so that way, like, it does do a little, it has a bit of stretch to it. A little
Yes,
bit.
it does.
I noticed that with the other one.
Okay, well, this is more or less in the middle.
This is how she measures.
More or less.
More or less.
Okay, and you know, my gluing. And you don't have to have a whole lot of this. This is probably more than you really actually need.
Laura would like me to come over and cut things for her.
Oh, man, I just, you know, if the light is absolutely perfect and it doesn't have any shadows on it, I do pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's when,
That's only a certain time of day.
yeah.
And yesterday it was very cloudy, so.
Okay, so then you just, do both ends.
I think you need a little more on that one under where your green finger is.
Under it?
Yeah, there.
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's fine.
Oh, it's coming through. Okay, I see now.
Yeah, this is the top part.
Okay.
And just make sure that you've got, and remember this glue dries clear.
See, and I would have spread it out and made it all nice and thin because you might get a little bit of bubbly business, a little ripply, but she
Nah.
doesn't care.
I don't care. And you really don't. I mean, I just squish it around enough that you've got, whoop.
But you got to move along with that glitter glue there,
You got to glue.
Patricia.
Move along with the glitter glue. This is very true.
All right, Gary, good morning, and then we'll chat with you more towards the end.
And you know, get plenty on this little hooter-dooter here.
I tell you, Barbara, that's how we work. I mean, sometimes she's my assistant. Very rarely, I'm more the assistant. But, you know, it does happen.
If cutting is involved,
Yeah.
and unless, you know, I have to,
I feel like I'm really, really close. Do you guys like I can back away from P's camera a little bit, but if I do that, then you start getting like the cart too. So you're really up close and personal with P this morning.
really? Is this my best shot?
It is. You look super cute. I love your, what is it, It Cat? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, from the
She-
Santa Fe flea market.
Izzy's been hauling it around. It ended up in the sorry bin, I think.
And the reason I'm doing this is I've ripped up two of my fingers fixing noses and edges of...
How about that gel print right there? We're going to show some
Well,
of that later.
that's not absolutely perfect on there, but you know, it's good enough for the girls I go with.
Oh, Fran, we need we've talked about that. We need people. If we win the lottery, we're gonna,
We're going to open
Yeah.
a commune.
artist commune.
Okay, now, yesterday I glued this down. I just had a little touch of glue on it. And that is not what you
Yeah, I
want.
told her. I was like, that's not gonna work.
Okay, so, if you want to really...
Are you doing it right?
I'm doing it right.
Is it on the right side?
Oh my gosh, it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Good
See, this
call,
is usually
Mom.
my job.
You can't flip things around. No worries. I did Mod Podge that. I want this at the bottom. Okay, so we'll put a little bit more glue on it since I glued that off there.
I'm brighten you up just a little bit.
And I'm probably off camera. I
Oh, you're good.
apologize for that. It drives me crazy when people do that.
No judgment.
All right, so
we're
here
just
we
saying
go.
For
I know
ourselves.
that this one's already glued down, so I don't have to worry about that. Approximately the same place. It doesn't really matter because you're not going to see the front and the back.
Oh, that's
at the
right.
Same time. And just to make sure, handy dandy clothespin. And voila. So, how's
There
this
you go.
work? Your back page just goes in like that. And that washer stops it.
You probably.
Got it really close.
We talked about.
Really
I
glued
remember.
that down.
I told you about that.
You did.
I did.
Oh no, might need a little missionary work on that baby.
There's some hashtags right there. Might need a little missionary work.
Okay. It's not anything that can't be
Remedied.
That's right. And I don't know. I don't really mind that.
Well,
it
we
just
talked
puts it
about-
really close to the back.
Remember when I cut the covers even, I mentioned that to you about how it would most likely slide and be to the edge, leaving more, which is fine because it kind of protects it. It's one of those things.
But you can see, I mean, it's not sticking out by any means.
No.
But I'm glad we have a little extra cover there.
Yeah.
All right, well, enough yammering about that.
So she's going to put that offside, let that dry. Now what?
We're going to bring on...
Bring in Kiki. I'm going to back out because Kiki kind of needs the full stage.
She does. All right, doesn't she
Kiki.
look absolutely marvelous? New nose job.
See, I'm glad
And a
we
new
have
base.
a little up close cam. Do you need the beans? Oh, and the
I do
base.
not need the beans.
Watch this. This is great because it's is it a hexagon or octagon? How many sides? One,
Well,
two,
we just called it a polyhedron.
1, 2, 3. So you got 6. So it's a hexagon.
Hexagonal prism. And inside the hexagonal prism is a brick,
Yeah, a broken
which
brick.
has been on my other one. Here, I'll bring it over here. This is the hoot. Every time you lift it up.
Yeah, we chose. I think did we show this last week or maybe the week
We
before or
did.
whatever?
We showed them, but we didn't. They didn't hear this.
Oh yeah,
That's the rock.
they're rolling around because she did not secure it.
Yeah.
So secure your rocks, y'all.
Secure your rocks and really pat it in there because we have rolls of this stuff on the top of the...
Yeah, and I think there's been much discussion
Shelves.
lately about, keeping the packaging that comes with your shipments and things.
Well, we might have to start again. Oh, there's a bad place there.
I think we're good. There's still some out in the garage in your area.
Put your pen back in your glue, folks.
Thank you, Lisa, handling that.
Okie dokie. All right, so I need to talk about this right here. Because...
All right, you gotta move. Oh, wait. Maybe I need to move the little hoodie.
What?
Well, you're kind of... I mean, we see the back of her through the one screen.
Oh, okay. Well,
But-
which one do we want to see?
I don't... Nope, that's a good question.
Well, she kind of bumps her chin when she's like that. I guess it'll be okay. Anyway, all right. So I want to talk about attaching the head to whatever base. We lost the lid to this one, so we had to go with plan B.
Because we were going to do sand, but then if you can't seal that up, that was not going to be a great thing.
Yeah, and I had to move it around in order to seal it up. But remember, Izzy had taken some chunks out of the base, chewed chunks, gnawed chunks out of the base. And I really, she did not ingest those. I took them away.
Oh,
but
listen to this. Anne says she has read about art communities for senior citizens. Sounds like the best retirement community ever. Sadly, they are only currently in California.
Well, California's going to fall off into the ocean
She's
as soon
thoroughly
as
convinced
the
of
San
this.
Andreas Fault opens up, so I don't want to move to California. It's really expensive there, too. But, you know, California's always ahead in the game.
They are. And it is pretty.
Yeah.
Certain parts.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go to LA.
I hated LA. I wouldn't.
It was too busy.
I wouldn't wish. Yeah,
Yes.
it smelled terrible.
Well, so does West Texas.
Well, yeah, but at least, you know, cow poop's
Am
organic.
I right, Christy? Am I right?
It's organic.
That doesn't make it right.
Yeah, it does. Well, whatever. Okay, you can smell gas fumes or cow poop.
Yeah, one or the other.
One or the other.
I think both are probably still not good for you in any, abundance.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Now, can I get you back to my head here?
Yes.
All right.
Keeping
So
her head
you
in
can
good-
see how I've taken the masking tape, and there's a good 2 or 3 layers of masking tape. The other thing that you need to do with your masking tape is you need to really buff down those edges, because the more smooth you can make that surface, the better it is going to be when you start doing
What were you using there to rub that?
Oh, this is my special pebble.
Special pebble.
It's smooth, suavecito. And I like it because it's got a little edge right there that gets down in those little edges, and I can get all those really nice and smooth.
Oh, Estella, she's in Southern California. She says it's very expensive. Yeah, it is expensive to live here. She said, yeah.
I liked Venice Beach.
Yeah, Venice Beach was cool.
I like it.
We
It had
really
good
liked
air.
San Diego. San Diego was very beautiful.
I like San Diego.
It was nice. Yeah.
LA sucked.
Also liked going over to...
The traffic, oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. That was terrible.
Was
Anyway.
horrible. Yeah, I didn't like any part of that. Okay.
Oh,
So,
they had a tsunami yesterday.
where?
I don't know. We haven't been watching the news.
No, we've been otherwise engaged.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so 2 things. Make sure that your head base is well secured to your other base. And in this case, I just cut it off the head, chopped off the extra parts,
The gnawed off parts.
the gnawed off parts, ran my finger around the edge with some black paint, stuck the head on so I'd know where to cut, and shoved it down in there. Then I proceeded all the way around to put multiple pieces that went from here to here so that I can pick this up by the head and she doesn't go anywhere. She's very, very secure.
She's very secure.
Okay, now, so probably for the purposes of viewing, I would lay this down.
Questions, anyone? Yeah. She's very teachery today. Not a lot of laughy.
Oh, this is serious business. This isn't anything.
We've been working on this girl
This
for
is
3
no
weeks.
giggles and grins. I'm serious as a cat on a hot tin roof looking to take a poop. Okay.
I don't think
Now,
that's anything.
That's some more of those lovely things that I got from
Carmichael, really?
Carmichael.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so let's discuss. There are 2 ways that you can go about this. You can.
Oh, I agree with that. We
What?
want the retreat, so if we win the lottery, we should do it in the UK.
Yeah, they have nice, cool weather there, and it doesn't get horribly hot in the
Or
summertime.
chilly, right? Isn't it like 70 degrees? There's a
Well,
part of chilly.
I think that they have damp cold because it's rains a lot, right? Help me out here.
Yeah, somebody let us know. We're obviously
All right,
geographically.
you can see H2O and glue. I mix it about a little more glue heavy than water, but sort of half and half.
Lisa wants to know, could I use one of the 4-sided cushy mail file foams to sand it down to? Yeah, definitely.
What is it?
I think on the, are you talking about the foam part, or are you talking about like once you have that kind of first layer of the deck? Well, you don't like it when I say it's paper mache. Once it has been paper mache'd, she don't dare say decoupage. She gets a little fired up.
Yeah, that's when you're putting fancy stuff on.
Yeah, when you're paper
macheing, you're just putting paper on.
Yeah.
And I need to talk about that.
Okay,
all right,
good.
That's the next thing.
All right, let's
well,
do it.
I wanted to do one row of.
Yes, actually, that would be very helpful, Lisa. The ones that has the multiple grits and buffs. I think that would be very helpful in this project because there's going to be some areas you may even want to just hit lightly, and then there's going to be some areas you want to get down.
Yeah, and you know when Fran was making the gargoyle.
Yeah. By the way, Fran, where are you at with all that?
Where's Metal Man?
Yeah, she moved on to gel printing, and we need to see some of that.
Yeah, we do. All right, if you don't have one of these for your masking tape, I went many years without this, and when I finally broke down and bought one, it's life-changing. Okay, now I don't want to use that piece because it's not long enough.
Yeah, it's like those buffer, the ones that have, the multiple deals, but yeah. And I tell you, Tanya McGuire, she talks about this one sanding it's a circular disc. She said that she had to go to a specialty store, or specialty hardware store, because they didn't really know what she was talking about at the big box one. I think that's what she said. If you're still here, Tanya, let us know. But anyway, it's this really cool mesh type that just kind of, you can wash or just kind of basically falls through.
Yeah, what you don't want is what just happened there where you have it lifting. Because what will happen if your masking tape gets wet
is then
it's going to start lifting again, even more so. And you don't have to buy like the most expensive masking tape, but don't buy that cheap stuff either because it is horrible. I remember when I was doing this with my kids at school, a couple of them brought masking tape and they were taping their whole thing together, and when they came back the next day, all that masking tape had just flipped up and lifted on the edges, and they had to start over. And it was very,
It's a little heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was, because they spent a lot of time.
Violet says that there is, she's just come to Wisconsin, visit Shake Rag Alley in Mineral Point. Excellent crafting community. All right.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about the winters there.
Well, I think she's talking about like a summer visit. She said visit.
Ah, visit, yeah. Okay, I'm going to kind of support her with the bag of beans here, as I don't want her resting on her chin.
Yeah, and she just had a nose job, so.
And she just had a nose job, so, yeah, and it is touching. Okay, shake your glue every time you use it.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shaky, shake, shake. I don't have any rocks or anything in there to make it go.
Any ball bearings?
Ball bearings or anything. And
I don't think that'd probably be a very good idea with the glue.
Yeah.
It's just
I just put a little bit out at a time simply because I know I'm going to have to pour that back in there at some point today. Okay, let's talk about the two types of brushes. This is a nice brush if you're Mod Podging. See, it's nice and flexible. It's nice and soft, and I just washed it.
Okay, well, hold it up in the big screen. Hold it over your girl there. Perfect. A little bit more towards her head. And then more. There we go. Perfect.
Okay, this is an old brush that I stole from my husband because he's an oil painter. And I just, because he hadn't washed it out and it's kind of stiff, and see how it's got.
So that particular glue is the craft version of the Montmartre. Right? Isn't it PVA? Craft.
Yeah. Cheap.
Montmartre. Yeah.
And this is,
I think I even have that on our
and I mean, all the years that I was doing this at school, because
just Elmer's.
We didn't have access to any of that fancy stuff, and
they didn't have the
budget.
That
was before I knew about Amazon. That's changed my life. Okay, now I don't know why I did that. Well, I did because see, that's kind of lifting up there. Yeah. Okay. we're good. We're good.
All's good. Kiki's
All's
good.
good.
Her neck is good.
Make sure before you start gluing that you've got plenty of pieces of stuff. Because if you're doing the immersion pull through your fingers type thing there, you don't want to have to stop and tear up a bunch of these strips.
Thank you, Lisa. I do think that I have it on that list because we use it quite a bit for all sorts. I like it. It's very, the cost is right. Now, of course, everything's going up, so who knows? But and its availability, you never really know. But yeah, that's the glue that, and it usually comes in like a set of 3, didn't it?
I think 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do a pretty good job. They wrap it up with, you know, all kinds of.
Yeah, but it's just a craft
Ceramic.
PVA.
Yeah.
There's fancier stuff.
Yeah, you can get fancy stuff if you want to spend money. You can do that.
Yeah.
And you can actually use Mod Podge. I just don't think it's necessary. Okay, so you're going to put your glue down.
I will say this does dry a bit shinier than if you were to use like a matte Mod Podge. I noticed that.
I kind of like it. It's just nice. Okay, so you can paint on your glue.
She's really down to business today.
Yeah, I want to get on with it. All right, so you can paint it down. But the other thing that you can do,
The coffee pot's done.
is you can drag it through the glue and do
That
this.
just made me think of your story yesterday. Oh, hey guys, by the way, if you would, go ahead, give this video, this replay, this stream. We're actually live right now, but if you're coming back to watch replay, please do give us a thumbs up. We
Right.
appreciate that very, very much.
Can you just hush for a minute?
Yes, okay.
Please.
I was going to do my thing, but
Okay, yeah, whatever. Just write it down on a sticky note and we'll get to it later. Because I need to move along here.
all right, go.
All right, so the reason you want to use the immersion method and really get a lot of stuff on this is it's saturating this, and if you have hard to get to places, it works much better and sticks to it, because it's still going to be a little bit stiff if you just do the painting on glue thing, okay?
Okay,
now,
say
I'm
that
sorry,
again.
I did not mean to be rude, Mariah, but I needed
you're
to
fine.
talk about that.
You're my mom. It's
Okay,
fine.
yeah.
She's fine. Don't worry about it. This is normal.
Yeah. Okay, now on this strips, let's talk about that. You can use fat ones down here on this, but when you're going around an edge and the nose, some of the ones on the nose I did were like
Little.
very, very small, half of this.
So yeah, any bends, smaller areas,
Around the eyes, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Use smaller. You'll be happier.
Yeah, that's right.
You really honestly will be happier. And I tried to get all of the, didn't on that one, did I? Straight edges
Oh,
off.
hello, Heather. Good morning.
Because those will show up.
Kylie says she loves
And I don't know. You know, I'm being really nitpicky about that, but
Well, she's done enough of these to know that these are the little places and the little things that can make all the difference to a very successful area, or one where you're like, oh man, that now I have to go back over it, or you're always going to see that little area. That
yeah,
sort of
and
thing.
right here, see that where it's kind of.
Meredith, good morning. It's Meredith.
Who's Meredith? Our Meredith?
Our Meredith.
Sharon's Meredith? Oh, Meredith. Her mother was my absolute.
Oh, they were nutty together.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We had the best times together. I mean, it was just.
2 peas in a pod.
We
Scary,
did.
scary arty pod.
And then she went and moved to Oklahoma. She was, I met her when I taught a class at the community college, a batik class at the community college in Clovis, New Mexico. Oh, wow.
Oh, good morning, Sherry. Hello, hello.
All right. Really get those corners in there. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of this. I'm just trying to give you the highlights of what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, you're going to get around to that, the little corner there, or the edge.
I am going to get to that corner. I've got 2 pieces over here specifically designed for just that very purpose. And even if down here, if you're going over the same one, no worries. It may take a little while longer to dry, but anywho.
And this usually dries because you did this last night, and that
I did all this last night.
Yeah, it's pretty well dry. I would say that some of it looks still a little like it might be, but again,
I don't know. It's completely dry.
You think
all
it
right,
is?
I have to stand up here.
We did have the heat on last night, upstairs.
Yeah. All right, can you see? I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Maybe I can
No, you were good.
turn it a little bit this way.
When we did
Anyway.
we did decide that the hexagon was really fantastic, and she should have put the base on earlier because we would have been able to hold because
Yeah.
it kind of clicked.
Yeah.
You know, it was great.
Really,
I
seriously.
was like, geez.
Okay. I'm going to do just this one little piece here simply because it kind of got, and you can see it because it shines through. Plenty of glue on there. I should do the immersion method here. I had a little boy that was autistic, and when we would do this,
He was not.
I had to bribe him. He had this game that he loved to play. So he would take his pieces and he would almost shudder. It was a sensory thing. And he would sort of just throw them on there. Then he would take his brush and put them down. But he'd just stick them in there and then he'd just throw it on there. And we set a timer. And when that timer went off, well, I mean, he was done.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Oh. He was a
No,
very
that
sweet boy.
I love some Seinfeld. I'll
What?
have to look that up. There was an episode of Seinfeld where George's pretentious girlfriend would wrongly pronounce paper mache to sound more French.
papier.
Like papier.
Okay, now I can't. I'm doing a blind here because I can't really see that.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Okay.
It looks good in the camera. That's what counts right now.
Yeah. Okay, y'all get the idea here? Do I need to?
Everybody good? Any questions?
Oh, here. Yeah. You notice the small piece that I used there?
Yeah, you got some lines, but she'll come back through. Yeah.
Yes, this right here is just, and what you can do is you can just go around, but what you want to achieve here is very nice, smooth surface, because this is where you're going to have, and I'll address that. I will show you this when I get finished, but for right now, I mean,
next week.
I don't know why we would need to go on. This isn't a...
Well, and one of the things that we want to do, why we wanted to get the gel printing, is because Kiki needs more...
Yeah, I ran out of...
Frottage.
No kidding.
Well, and then she painted her red. When did you paint her red? Was that last week or was that during?
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that was during our 3-hour thing we did with Tanya and them. So Kiki's had a lot of work over in different places today.
Yeah,
or this week.
I'm not sure that I'm in love with the red.
Yeah.
I may go over that with some pale green stuff and make it nice rusty brown.
Well, or bring in. So this is where you can kind of come in and layer in more of the gel prints, or whatever you want to collage on there, or create more frottage. We're just kind of frotaged out. I feel like we are. I don't know. And my girl, I'm gonna name her Dita, because that was Christy's suggestion, and I really, really liked it. So Dita needs some work too. But I might just do like a process fast video of it, just to kind of finish her off. She doesn't have a base. I don't know what to do about that. Izzy has taken over the other container. She even like swapped that, like they made deal, made a deal about it all.
Oh.
Sharon says the red reminds her of Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, Kiki gets around. She's that kind of girl. She's been on 3 different streams.
She's very cosmopolitan, erudite, worldly wise, yada yada. Okay. Get rid of all that stuff. Now, what's next?
Gel printing. Yay!
Yay! Okay, we can put the beans away.
Yeah, I'm tired of moving the beans around.
Oh no, they fell off.
That's okay.
behind.
We'll get them.
Okay.
Yeah, Kiki is a popular chick now.
Yeah.
See, Dita's more elusive. Mysterious.
Now, I had this all set up.
Dita and Kiki. I like that.
I think they sound like they can be good friends.
They would be.
Hey, Mariah, where was that
Sounds like a
box
fun
of
night.
stuff that I handed you that you went through?
Oh, it is over on the printer. We rearranged some things.
Well, it's got my brayer offs.
Yeah. Well, and there's a bunch of brayer offs in the bag down underneath there too. I'm starting to learn some of the little hidey holes and where things are. And things.
Oh, that's really a nice print.
She squirreled on me. Are you coming back? We've got white space here.
Huh? You've got a lot of white space showing?
That's exciting stuff.
Yeah, wow. Okay, look at that gold brayer. Okay, what are we going to start off with here?
I think that we need to get some down that should be drying, obviously. Some layers.
Yeah, and I want to do big sheets because, you know, I got them.
Oh, yes, and thank you for your order, Lisa. I saw that. That was really sweet.
And you can use this kind of paper.
Hey, let's...
Newsprint. I actually like the craft, the...
It holds... It feels like it holds more and it almost bends better.
It does. And this, of course, is just newsprint.
But
it's not been printed on.
But that newsprint stuff is a little slicker. So it's like the glue just kind of rolls right off of it versus the craft paper, which holds more in. Good morning, Colleen. Hello. She's CK Art. She was the scrap chick, I think. Yes. I like the new name, the CK Art. I like that. You know, if you wanted to know my opinion about things.
Yeah, and then even if you don't, we'll tell you anyway.
Yeah, you know, we'll offer them up.
All right, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Love
Ready
that.
to go. All right, so, oh my gosh.
What's up
We
now?
have some absolutely stunning new...
She's pretty excited about the stencils, which I was excited that she was excited.
Excited about these stencils. Well, I love that one. I'm going to leave that out. Because I
Well, yeah, that's Geopoly. That's the...
And these have already had a go.
She's a little... she gets aggressive with her
What, Mariah...
Yeah.
Did I hand you the ones that we did?
The little tissue paper ones? Or are you talking about the actual stencils themselves?
Oh, here they are. Never mind. Never mind.
I was going to say, I think they're over there.
Yeah. Oh, here's a really nice wipe off.
Oh, yeah, we were
Look at that.
pretty excited about that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what that other stuff. Oh, I know. I was watercoloring. Oh, what do you call that stuff?
I don't know.
Rice paper.
Rice paper.
Okay, now here is one of the new. Oh, where's that? Oh, it's hanging up here on the wall. Imagine that. Okay, yeah. This is really, oh my gosh, I love this stencil. Love, love. Oh, look at this, y'all. Look at those notes. Take a screenshot of that, and you'll know how to do it. Okay.
Oh, well, we love some gel print, and you know, we've
Now,
kind of
I
missed
handed you off the really good one that I did of this one, Mariah.
Oh, hey,
But
we
here's-
need to use some of the papers that Robin sent us, because I want to try those out, and why not, like, in a live, and, you know, since we've never tried them. It's fun.
Well, I'm not sure I know where they are.
They're right behind you. Remember, we put them on the one shelf, and I kept the label. I was like, we need to keep the label with them.
Okay.
I do not have that, but I do remember you showing it to me. I've also been working on the,
In the plastic bag?
yeah.
Oh, man, I really love these things, too.
Yeah, clear
It's
things.
kind
with
of
stick.
wrestling with them with your finger condoms is not necessarily a really good thing because they're going to kind of stick to each other.
That's not safe arting.
Okay, I'm doing away with that thing.
Yeah, but now we know. We want to just keep them together and not mix them into the bunch
Yeah, I
until
really
we, you know.
hate those things. Okay, now this, okay, Robin, slick side or matte side.
Yeah, tell us. I hope Robin.
Rod? Hey, and I think that this will be great for doing the,
Oh, thank you, Janet. See, I was trying to do that earlier and I got yelled at.
what? What?
Janet, she's working the chat and she says, you know, please remember to do the thumbs up and all that. And see, I was going to do all that and she was doing her paper mache.
You gotta
and it was
pick your
critical.
moments. If I'm imparting critical information to the masses, you must not be yammering on about thumbs up. I'm going, okay, enough of that.
This is why we have the PCAM. For moments like that.
Isn't that, oh, you will really be, did you find it? Did you find it over there?
I did not. So it's
Are
not
you
over here.
looking?
I looked. I have one spot. See, that's the difference. Like, I don't have 20 spots. I have one spot that would end up.
Well, I am just sure that I gave it to you.
Which one are we looking for? Exactly.
We're looking for this one. The one that I lined them up.
It should be, I think, check your pages to see if it's stuck together. Because it's all together. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not. I just did.
Okay. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure that she's got those. But you know, I was pretty sure about some other stuff.
Yeah, she was pretty sure about some other stuff last night, so.
Look at that. That's just the rub off.
These are
That's
these
some
other
good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Okay, well, you know, whatever. She's looking for that. I'm going to just carry on here and pretend like, you know, we already talked about that. Okay.
What did we talk about?
What's really wonderful about having the 8-inch gel plate as opposed to the 5x7 gel plate is I can put these little Hummers side by side.
Good morning, Jeanette.
And I'm really excited about overlaying these. So I'm going to put those over there. I've got my paper right here. I want to get these out of here. This, I'm going to try to do this for you today. And I'm also going to try to do this one. Now this is a very tricky process here. But we're going to try it.
Yeah, let's do that.
No worries about whether it works out or not.
So Jeanette says onglet. I think it's onglet.
What?
Is ONGLET is the paper they use in Bibles, thin like rice paper. There you go. Have you ever heard of that? I've never heard of that.
But I know about that paper because my Bible has that fancy paper. I always felt, you know, when I was...
I didn't know you had a Bible. There you go.
I do.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
My great-grandmother got it for me when I was a child.
Wow.
Okay, so I've got all these papers over here, and this is where I'm trying to go. Because I want papers to do Kiki's, you know, body. And we're going to use the ones that Robin so kindly... Oh, and is Mo with us today?
No.
Well, dadgummit, we finally found...
I told her that, though. She was very excited.
Okay. We have those. We just have more of these, so we're going to go with...
Well, and...
These.
All right, so do you have the big piece of... So what Mo had sent us was a large sheet of the type of paper, or, you know, the... Yeah, I guess it's paper that the tea bags are made from. But then we have, you know, the actual tea bag things. So I'm going to hand you over a piece of that just so...
See that?
Man, this smells wonderful. I love this little bin because it has patchouli in it. And it just smells so... It makes me happy. Makes me happy. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll print with that too. I'm just trying to find my black...
Because Mo was curious on the, you know, difference between, even though that, you know, they're tea papers.
Well, we can do a little experiment.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find my
Let's experiment.
black.
Oh, thank you. And is it Mariano Artidar? Is that right? Give me a thumbs up.
I'm going to have to lose one of the... I got to lose the thumb.
She says she likes her hats.
Sweat up here.
Well, do you need those for the... Well, you probably kind of do, huh?
Well, the one that I snagged on Kiki's nose, and then snagged again on the
art can be... our lovely mods will probably drop in a link. If not, it is listed down below in the description area. All you have to do is ever hit that little show more and you will see more. There you go. Give this thumbs up if you, you know, are approving of the art. If you're enjoying it, or if you just want to be friendly. We're good with that too.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, arty dar. I like that.
Okay, now I wanted to talk about this brayering business, but I don't really have time to do that right now. When I go over my last couple of things, I'm putting no pressure on it at all. I'm allowing the brayer to just do its thing here. And I love me some Amsterdam paint. And I don't even care if it's really all that hot to trot even.
All right, and then we've been watching Fran and Violet. We love it when you guys are together. It's great. It's always nice to have a little partner with things anyway.
Yeah.
But they're great together just because they're really good friends.
All right, now Robin, did she tell me which side to use?
She said.
Too late.
Which side did you go with?
I don't know.
She did.
I just grabbed it. But I do like this. And see these little crosses here? You need to take your finger and work it down in there. And I need to, okay, what'd she say?
Matte for bakery. I don't know if that means that you use the shiny side for printing.
Oh, well.
We'll be good.
We'll
figure it out.
Shiny side's up.
Matte! She says matte! Oh, good. You did good then, I think. Or is that matte down?
You know, I'm just thinking it's probably 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can kind of tell if you're still seeing some white.
Well, Eva. Okay, go ahead, Mom, and then I'll answer Eva here.
Okay. I'm trying to get all of this I can out because I want to put another color where this is going to pull off.
And keep in mind now, this was straight out of the tube, right?
This is Amsterdam.
Prussian.
And it's not even the fancy stuff. It's like basic.
Standard.
Standard. Thank you.
I think Liquitex goes with the basics.
Boy, I think you're right. That other one was the matte side, and this side just not grabbing that paint quite as well.
There we go. We did a side-by-side comparison because we don't know what we're doing. But now we might, sort of.
Now this is the matte side that's down.
So it was the shiny side did a better job over there on the other side?
Well, I think it did a crisper job of printing. I just don't think it picks it up quite as well.
Ah. Well, there you go.
You know, I don't know. Okay, I'm not removing. I'm not removing.
You're not?
No.
Why? Oh, yes. She's going to put some more things down first.
I'm going to put some more paint down. What do I want to put down?
She says the wax is on the shiny side. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah, duh. We're learning things.
Yeah, all right. Good job.
There are some things we do know.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so what do we want here?
Yes, there you go, Eva. Yes, Anne will send you some. She's the supplier of these lovely, because we can't find them anywhere else quite like this. Because I think they're something that you probably have to buy like a million zillion of, like Anne
a gazillion.
was gifted.
Okay, we're going to try 2 different things here. We're going to try, and this is a transparent yellow, which I'm hoping is going to be really
pretty nifty Kino.
Yeah.
I'm going to be interested to see how, if on those edges, if it kind of halos out green. Because guess what? Blue and yellow make green.
How about that, Mariah? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to use, this is what we used on this side. So you're going to have to remember that. This is Expert Yellow. On this side, we're going to try some
U.S. Art Supply. These are the color shifting, the iridescent
and
set.
I bought another whole batch of that because I figured, you know, it wasn't going to get any cheaper.
Yeah, and the thing is you can't buy them individually. They only sell it in the set like that, which is kind of...
And you're going to need a little bit more because what we're doing is we're scraping this down into the orifices of our stencil here. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to actually stand these.
Oh, thanks, Archie Dar.
Finger
No
combs.
problem. Listen in the background. We are totally fine with that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And the other thing that you have the opportunity to do here is do some, what do you call it when you do different colors? Some ombre.
Ombre. We got some really cool ombre with that one that I just posted last night, the little short. I don't know if you saw it either over on Instagram or I posted it on YouTube as well. I didn't post it in the group. I'm going to post that one in the group because it's pretty darn cool. And I was pretty happy about like the sound mixing, the one over on Instagram. That was purely accidental. Just know that. Hello, Nettie. Good morning. Welcome. And Eileen.
All right. Well, got a whole lot of stuff here that's really good. Ooh, that'll be nice. Don't want to waste that. I can lollygag a bit here.
Oh, you can get sheets of the tea bag paper. Yeah, and I think that might be what Mo had sent us because it's a full sheet. But then these are crazy awesome because they're 2 up. And then, you know, they're all perforated. So they can be torn apart or you can kind of reinforce those and glue them down. We've done that.
Now we can pull up our stencils.
Why were you using the credit card rather than the brayer?
Because I wanted to squish it down in there. I didn't want it to brayer off.
Yeah. She wants to. This is more like stenciling versus the lifting it up and pulling the paint up. So it's going to be a nice coat on there. I like that.
Putting
kind of Starry Night-ish and a little bit, you know, I like that.
I don't know if they're going to give me that much, but, you know, I like to give it a chance.
Yes, and the paper that she pulled that first from the Prussian was the paper that, the bakery paper, deli paper.
Yeah.
That Robin sent us. Because we've been talking about it, we're like, we don't really...
And if I had a lot of time here, what I would do is I would go ahead and... Well, I can do that with
Good morning, Lisa.
Because we're waiting for this to dry now, folks.
And the Chronic Planner. Chronic Planner, if you have a name that you want us to call you, let me know.
Okay, so you can really do some great things with what's left over here. Okay, I've just got some of my paper down there.
This is how she made that cool wipe off. Well, we call this the wipe officer. It's not really a brayer off.
And I mean, you can really use some really nice paper, and because you've got more paint on here than you would normally have if you were just brayering, right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, that.
Yeah.
We got bags of this stuff, y'all. There'll be another giveaway maybe at some point.
Okay, now this is the blue. I don't know if the blue is going to loosen. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, we got 2 Lisas, couple Sandys today. And Aaron, all right.
Waste not, want not here.
Yes.
And it
this is
also,
the stuff you can do while you're waiting for your plate to dry.
Yeah. Look at that. But I mean, you know, that's like some good stuff, Maynard.
Good stuff, Maynard.
Y'all know that one. Okay, now I've already kind of screwed this one up.
Friend, she managed to change the settings on her Kindle, and she's crystal clear now. Crisp and clear.
Okay, now I still had some oopy goopy stuff on that.
Oh, here, Robin. Oh, sorry, I need to read that out. P is using the bakery paper. It's a dry waxed, wet strength tissue paper. Ah, the stuff that you pick up the donuts at the bakery. I love it. Completely disappears when collaged. There. And we've been wanting and trying to hunt this stuff down because we're like, it's just nice that somebody sent it to us that, you know, knows what it was and exactly
we didn't have to buy it.
Like, figure it out. Because it's not all equal,
you
supposedly.
Know, a 15-pound bag to find out that was the wrong stuff. Story of my life.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Good morning, Gail.
Now I'll just turn all these over and use the other side to brayer off on. And they'll be double-sided. Alrighty. Goot ganook.
Goot ganook.
And on these little ones, and these really aren't little, but you know what I'm talking about, on some of the stencils.
And look at that patina already building up on the plus signs. find that to be a plus.
Except she always takes photographs before she...
Yeah, that's...
All right. Let's get on with it.
I figured that early on. I can't just bring something up here and show it to her. It needs to be photographed before I hand it over.
Yeah, because
Otherwise I have to cut another.
I'm digging out my other 8x10, folks, if you wonder what all this noise over here is. I highly recommend these tins. And I do highly recommend that you put paper down.
Because that keeps it from doing the bubble thing.
Because it will bubble on the tin. And it does do this business here, which is kind of irritating and whatever, but...
Yeah, no. There's some give and take with all this storage business.
Yeah.
So, I think it is similar, but again, Robin, if you'll clarify for sure that... Because all the bakery deli paper, not all of it is created equally. So I think some of it is meant for different things, kind of like what Robin was talking about, that, you know, this was the type of stuff that they do the donut business with. So, Nettie, those are over there on Amazon, and I think I even have those listed in our commonly used products. If not, I should. I'm pretty sure I do. I can't always keep up with the things that P
What?
purchases.
Oh. Yeah, I tried to use the affiliate link. I just don't always remember.
Yeah.
All right, now I don't know if this is going to work.
Oh, there you go. So, Robin, she finds it at the bulk grocery store that sells to independent restaurants. So, yeah, those restaurant supply type stores. I think we have some of those around.
Well, it's
Dallas.
just a little bit short.
What's happening? What's going on?
It doesn't fit exactly.
Are you saying I should adjust it size-wise, or is this one of yours?
Well, I don't know. I just moved it over a little bit. Maybe it will.
There you go.
But see, it's still, I've got that end hanging out.
Oh. Well, just overlap them ever so slightly, like that. I don't think that's going to make or break it, lady.
Well, I don't like to go off the edge because it makes those hairy things. Remember? The hairy things?
Remember the hairy things.
Hairy things?
The hanger offers. Let's see here. No, it is not deli paper. It is much lighter weight. It is tissue. Okay.
Oh, I don't know what I do. Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, just don't obsess about that, please.
I'm not going to obsess about that. Okay, here we go. What do we want to put down? This is when you use your opaque.
I think, okay, so when we did it the other day, what was really cool, well, we started out with those lighter kind of greens and whatnot.
We did.
Which was great. And then we need to go to the orangey coral, because that was also great.
Yeah.
That's the one you're looking for. And I don't know what happened to it. We would love to show you an example. We're going to try to recreate it.
Yeah.
I have some of it on video.
Okay, so we used...
He needs a bigger plate. How can that be? Well, or I wonder if I
just
should
have a 5x7.
Should I adjust?
I don't know that this is what I want, but we're going to go with this.
I could adjust those stencils ever so slightly.
You know what? It would be really great if you did, because then, now you don't want to go too much because these work great for the 5x7s. So, that being said, now you notice there's a lot of paint out there.
Why is that, P?
Okay, I watch these people that put 3 little dabs of paint down, and I want to holler at them and say something. Because when you're doing the stenciling, you need to use more paint.
Because it's going to pick it up, and you want it to move around.
Yeah, I don't know what that crap is.
Crud.
Okay, I think we got some, I don't know. It'll all come out in the wash. You're going to be rubbing through the stencil. So you kind of need a little bit more there than not. All right, that's still very juicy. I don't care. Isn't that a beautiful turquoise?
Yeah, just adjust the margins ever so slightly. Yeah.
Yes. And this is why I was kind of trying to work this out. I like these extra
Yeah.
margins for when I'm doing where you can put it on and roll it on.
And
off.
the texture paste.
Yeah. Okay, so we decided we wanted the smooth side down, right? I don't know what side that is.
Nettie, I try to keep her in line. It's hard.
I just think
Hello, Julie. So glad you're here.
I'm loving this paper, by the way, Robin. Thank
Over here,
you.
and Violet says,
Hey, we need to get some of this.
well, now I know. Now
you know
I
where
know.
to go?
Now I know what it is.
All
now
right.
I'm understanding it. We've had it in our hands. I get it. Okay, so tell us more, P. I think I put down little dots of paint, and I guess I need to have it.
Just put a big blob
Paint
on
like
the
a pro.
end and get aggressive with your
Yeah.
brayer. You know, don't be afraid. That thing's not going to break. I mean, I can toss that sucker across the room and it won't do anything to it.
Just don't
It
get it
is
wound
not
up.
a delicate instrument. Yeah. Yeah.
She's fired up today.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm really, and I'm loving the fact that this is going, because I have an idea for Kiki. I am going to.
If you're coming into the stream, you want to know who Kiki is. She's the foam head.
That's my girl.
That's the girl. She needs work.
Kiki.
She's
See her nose job? Yeah. But I'm still loving this stuff on the back, so
Yeah.
I'm going to try to save some of that.
just P painted her red, and she got murdery.
It was just a whimsical moment that I really had. I thought more
I
about it. I probably.
Hey, it's on video. You can go back and see that I had questioned it as it was happening.
She did.
I did. I was like, oh, okay. Well, you're all right.
Now you can really tell.
Yes, good things are.
Oh, look at that. Can you see how it haloed out there? That's what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see that just a little bit around the edge there. Man, this paper is great. How did I ever get along without this? I'm trying to keep, and even if you, once you pick it up, you can say, oh, look, I think I need to get some more off there.
Yeah.
Ah, see, those little boogers right there?
Yeah, and see, Fran was doing a good job the other day where she was lifting it and then she would kind of rub it again. And we were worried about the paint drying, though. I will say that, Fran. That was one of the little pointers there. You can't move, you got to get the timing just right. Because if it dries too much, then you do kind of run the chance, well, or it's halfway, then it rips. There's just, again, planetary alignment.
Planetary alignment. And I've got that little bit right there in the corner that,
No, you're going to get it.
I'm going to get it.
Shouldn't fit.
Okay, now I don't have to worry so much about what's going on here because I know that I'm going to.
Was that more of the stuff from Robin, the tissue?
Oh, that's all I've been using.
That's awesome. It is really pulling up very nicely. Thank you, Robin.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And Mariah, you need to order me some more of that because I'm going through it pretty rapidly. Okay, now here we go. So we're going to try the brayering on method, and the reason is because we've got more open spaces here. We don't have to do the combing with the credit card. So what do we want? We want something here that's going to contrast but still look really cool with the green, with the turquoise. So I'm going to go with my yellow. Because then what I want to do, what? Who's saying something?
Violet says, and she made sure, she I love it. See, if you want me to really see it, you gotta do the at PMR in a studio. I reminded her she can't go off cutting paper while the paint dries. We're going to be better organized next spring.
Hey, okay, now see, this is where I like that little platform where I can put my paint. But remember, I'm using a little bit more because I want to go down in the stencil. I still have the paint underneath, and that paint underneath isn't going anywhere. It's not drying because I've got a UPO stencil on top of it.
Plus, it is one of your mixes. Therefore, it has the retardant in it.
Yes.
And so it's going to give you a little longer to make decisions. We always highly recommend, if you want to do some of this more multi-layered business, especially with the stencils, adding that little bit of retarder to your pre-mixed paints allows you that time. Now, sometimes I'm really mad at myself because it's taken forever for something to dry.
But most of the time,
Pretty happy.
I'm pretty happy.
Because you're putting thin layers on like she's doing now. Now this is when you're wanting to brayer off, roll that paint really thin, get it down into the lines.
God, what is that?
There's been a lot of that around
What a
here.
spider webby something or other.
Ooh.
Now that's one layer.
And I'm working on a third stencil to this set. I still have some work to do on it. But I couldn't wait to get this out. That looks so awesome.
Now, what I want to pull this with is I want to pull this with gold. And the gold is going to just shimmer through, I'm thinking. Shimmer through, and because these are all transparent colors. So the gold is going to show
Hello,
through.
Sarah.
Okay, Kiki, you gotta hit the floor, sweetie.
Kiki's moving around.
We don't have room for you to be
Just hanging out.
hanging out on the top deck here. We gotta get on with it. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited about both of those.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
That is going to be fun.
What's next? Oh, you've got the big lattice. I wanted to call her Gladys. I don't know why, because, big lattice. Gladys.
Well, we're gonna get. It's gonna take a minute here because I'm gonna get out all of my.
Yeah, I think is everybody enjoying the cam on Patricia, the P cam?
As I roll my eyes and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not doing any of those dudes. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to get my little 6x4s together. Oh, look!
Well, you
can
got
pull
some
that.
gooky business going on there. What is that?
That's when we were doing the negative to see what happened.
Oh. Yeah, oh, when you were playing around with the pictures again. We're trying to come up with something cool and interesting and new to do with photo transfers.
Yeah,
We still haven't kind of gotten there yet. We got a video, but like
these are just
really...
really...
so does about 20 other video creator people.
Yeah.
We're trying to do something different.
And and really kind of push things.
Yeah. We just haven't figured out exactly what that is yet.
Yeah. All right. I have all these boards, which I highly... If you're going to do multiple gel plate pulls, invest in some of these boards.
Oh, okay, wait. I think I missed something. All right. Those stencils have... Oh, a chart. Okay, sorry. Ooh, woo. Chat moved real quick, and then I must have been when I looked away. All right, so Kylie says the stencils have a Charles Rennie Macintosh feel about
That
them.
is absolutely true. Absolutely. We said Art Nouveau.
Yes.
Which I think he was more probably deco. I don't know. Help me out there. Come on.
Come on, Kylie. Help us. Or Carrie. Carrie knows some things too. She's snowed up about that business. She says, and they do have a CRM. Because I was like, CRM? That's when it... Okay. Let's see. Violet's writing all of this down. Very good. Take notes. Nice thing is our replays are always available.
Yeah, isn't that good to know?
Isn't that good to know?
I'll tell you what I love about Fran. Fran gives me the moments, no, the minute into the time stamp.
Yeah. Well, when she wants to know about something, she's awesome. She's like, here's the video, and here's the time. I want to know about this. So that's good if you guys have questions.
I think that's absolutely lovely.
Ooh, Kylie's going to send us some of the Carnival wet strength tissue paper. All right.
We accept everything. And see, the reason I wanted to do this is because I can put these little ones on too.
Yeah.
And see, there's me, and there's Mariah, and there's me.
Push it up to the
in
middle.
negative.
There you go. Awesome.
Alrighty. Hey,
Can I ask you to turn that? Well, actually, I see that you got your boards, so
what?
I could move you to the top, I suppose.
Oh, I'm just going to do one at a time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Keep it centered up.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to get the hoop-de-doo down.
Because I was just.
All right, we got to move some more stuff here.
CRM is very much Art Nouveau. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. I wasn't absolutely sure.
Oh, it's extremely helpful because if you just say, "Hey," in that video when you said, it's like, okay, well now I gotta kind of fast forward and try to figure out, 2 hours worth of content. What exactly?
All right, now I'm loving this, and this is due to Fran and Violet's lovely video they asked for.
I was sending these out as like just little, thank you samples, and I always try to send something along with any orders or, any happy mail or whatever. So I was just doing little ones because it also helps me, like when I'm cutting different stuff or when I'm testing out things, I fill up the sheet. So then I keep that because I don't want to waste any of the material. Yeah. So then they were like, it would be awesome to have a big one of these. And I was like, well, yeah, I suppose it's totally doable.
Oh my gosh, we're down to the...
Oh, yes. P's getting sad. She should have mixed some of this.
I was just so busy with the other fun stuff. I hate mixing paint. I wished I had a paint mixer.
We would like a paint mixer.
Paint mixer and a glue bench.
We got a guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Bleep.
This is a lovely transparent red.
Tomatoey. I think it's tomatoey.
Yes.
Like aroma tomato.
Yes.
Ones that, don't really have that much flavor.
And see, this is, oh, whoops, I just messed that up. Don't do that. Oh, these stupid things get caught on everything. I'm just going to have to
Bite the
tough
bullet.
it out.
Tough it out.
Tough it out. See my finger right there? Yeah. Owie.
Ouchie, ouchies.
Ouchie, ouchie. Okay. Now, that's not a big deal because, really, by the time I get through going over this again with something, that little boo-boo right there is not going to be
a deal breaker.
It isn't going to, tear me up. But now here's where, if you do want to use that, you've really got to get down into those little duties right there. Those little...
those little hooty-doos,
Yeah, those little hooty-doos. Because otherwise, you can see.
Okay, Laura says she'll mix your paint as long as I cut her paper.
Deal.
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 Handing out jobs.
Handing out jobs. All right, now, I think on one of these I did this, where I used...
Oh, the 22 design trends are all about Art Deco. More geometric. Hey, well, we got those too.
Yeah, we do.
We got squares. We've got triangles. I
got
got the circles.
I got some. This could be very deco.
Yes, that's very deco.
Reminds you of the Radio City Music Hall. Okay, so we're going to try some of this here.
All right, Sharon.
I'm getting...
If you're nice, I'll send you one. She likes this stencil.
Who does?
Sharon.
Oh.
I think she has... Don't you have a little sample of it? Let me know.
Okay, again, don't be afraid to use some paint.
Ooh.
It's yeah, I know, purple and red. Isn't that a good combo?
Oh, well, I was oohing and awing at Jeanette's. She invested in one of those little mixers you see in the chemistry, which uses the magnets to spin.
Oh,
Yeah. Science labby stuff, too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to use the brayer.
Okay.
I'm just going to, I think I've got enough. Oh, look at that. See, we had a little bit of that, but I am definitely going to be doing some.
Are you leaving it thick? Or are you going to...
I'm going to leave it thick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see, there you go. She got it done with the brayer this time.
Yeah, and here's my
thing choose your tools.
Looking for.
That's what she wanted.
That's what I wanted.
She just couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it, so I just had to. I am going to take a little bit off simply because I would like this to dry sometime today. So
well, and those little ones are awesome because, like, if you're using it for things that are sort of towards the end of a project, oh, that's beautiful. Really wish you would have slid it down a bit more, but again, it's probably going to be used for collage.
This can be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Having that particular edge. Okay, this is going to be really cool. I'm going to move this over a little bit and show you what I'm going to do here.
I am very
on this turquoise.
Oh, looky there. Now, we need to talk about some of the things, like, so Fran, the other day, when she was doing her stuff, she was putting down the iridescent first onto the plate. And then kind of coming in and maybe trying to do some layers. Sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. I think you're going to have better success if you let it dry.
Well, and here's the other thing.
Perhaps. Because then it doesn't get all mixed in.
If you're going to do an opaque layer, the best time to do it is, if you want your impression to be what you see, do it first. If you want to pick everything up, then you do that last. Because whatever's down first is what's going to be
on top.
On top. Now, in this case, because we removed the red, you're just going to see the purple. Look at that. Now, isn't that just stunning? What a beautiful collage paper.
It's very mermaidy.
Very mermaidy.
Mermaidy.
Okay. Well, I'm running out of brayer offs here. And I don't want to lose my stencil because I want to get back to that one.
Oh, do you need more pieces to brayer onto?
I kind of do, but I think I can grab some here.
Oh, I was going to say I can... Izzy supplied us with some new drawing things that I think... Is it bad to brayer off on those?
Well, actually, I do.
She, you know.
Well, I have some that are kind of already started. That's a good one.
Oh, getting lots of love on that.
Okay, here. Oh, look at this.
Oh, did it? Oh, I invested in it. Okay, she's... Oh, there we go. Okay, got that. Oh, the asemic writing.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to do it. It's next. It's next up.
Well, Lisa's, you know, she reminded us. I'm very happy. You know?
Except, dadgummit, I should have used it on the... Oh, wow. Do I have another? Yeah, I do. I was going to say, I wanted to use one of the bigger ones because I want to get the whole thing on there. Okay, now, I can tell when I first do this, you feel those edges, and there's a back side to it and a front side. You can just barely feel a tiny little lip.
That is until it gets fully covered with paint. And then
it doesn't matter. You can use either side.
Yeah.
But when you first do it, you kind of want to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
All right, so how did I do this? I mean, how did I...
Well, Laura, you need to be posting that.
What is
it? We don't mind the typos. Gosh, mine are always... It's tricky typing in the chat and getting it out there. And
okay, I normally don't care if that stuff's on there.
But we want a clean pull.
But I want my stencil to really shine and, you know, do its thing there. And I don't want this crusty bits around the edges. Oh, great. That's the only other problem to having your paper down there is when you're cleaning your...
This is what not to do.
Yeah, what not to do. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
So Laura, she used one of the ones that I sent in her package with liquid polymer clay on a veneer of poly clay, I think is what that was going to be, that I'm using to make med clay jewelry. The size and scale are perfect in small pieces like jewelry. Perfect. That's awesome. I want to see pictures of that, Laura.
Yes, please.
So you can't tell us about things and know that we're not going to be like, hey, we want to see that.
The reason I like to get rid of some of these this stuff on the edge when I'm pulling these is simply because...
Fran says embrace the mappiness.
Some what?
Embrace the mappiness.
Embrace the mappiness. Yeah, I do. Usually I do. But when I'm doing this, and you can see on this plate, I don't know. Can you see it?
There's definitely something.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on there. I must have not had one on the top, and it probably flipped over and got stuck on the lid. Okay, so we got to think about this. What I want to do here, I think, is I want to go with a light layer and then go in with a darker brown.
Yes, Becky, that is a new one in the
shop.
On
the top. So, let's do something kind of like...
And these are only available in on our website, not on Etsy. I'm not putting any new stencils. I might move some of the older ones, you know, from a while ago. I might start listing those over there, but Etsy's fine. It's fine. Etsy's always stresses me out because I'm like, if I don't get it out in time, which I'm
You're
usually
gonna
pretty good either way, but still, it just, for whatever reason, it stresses me out a little more. And you can tell this is one of the cut plates because it has a little kind of a, if you're looking at
Yeah, I was going to say something about that. Mariah talked to the representative.
She's like, you shouldn't cut your plates.
It's just not a good idea.
That's not a good idea. We're like, it's fine. We're okay with the wonky edge. But most of the stuff we do has a wonky edge of some sort.
It do.
Aw, thanks for stopping by, Peg. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, sugars. Were you on the right side of it?
What? Pardon?
Were you on the...
Yeah.
Okay.
I just hadn't... I need to not, you know...
You were being light and fluffy.
Yeah.
You need to get it down in there and have it hold on. Then you can...
Because it's sucking down to it right now. But when I first put it down, it wasn't. And this is not to worry. I'll just do on top of that. That will not be wasted.
No.
Not be wasted, Robin. Okay, now see, I've got some stuff on the edge here.
Oh, yes. Okay, so they want to know what the number is on that paint. Because, yes, that is one of the... And this is such a cool color.
15.
Number 15.
I love this color.
We're big fans of this one.
15's a good one. And I mean, you know, it's just whispery, suggestive, but yeah, some good stuff. All right. Now, since I've already mucked this up, I'm going to go ahead. Because see, it didn't quite go to the edge.
Because remember, we cut this.
Yeah, this was...
This is not...
And I could have been a little bit more exacting on my placement there. But I don't think it's going to, in the long run, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. All right, so now we want something dark to put in there. What I'm thinking, or we could go really light.
I like that color. That's pretty cool.
This is another wonderful color. This is 020E.
E.
In the... And don't ask me. I used to know what all that meant. But.
Sharon broke down and ordered those empty jars on Thursday. You don't think you need them, and then you're like, okay, well, one set'll do. And then you start to realize like how cool they are to have around to save like paint and do other mixes, and yeah, that's a slippery slope, that little empty jar business.
I do, and when I'm getting low, I'm like, Mariah,
Well, I
could
told her
PM Artist Studio order some more jars?
I don't know where she's storing all these things.
I got a place.
Let's see. I keep an eye on her.
Now, this particular method of rolling on instead of
Just scraping through like
scraping
a stencil
with your
or texture paste.
the reason it's a good thing is because what it's doing is it's haloing. It's pulling it wherever there's a lot of space showing. It's going to actually pull it to the edges of the design.
And then that's where you get that cool outline.
Yeah. I love that. That is going to be
Alright,
absolutely...
are you doing a rub off with your stencil over there, or are you just going to leave it on?
I'm really kind of falling down on the job here.
She was oohing
Oh
and
my
awing
gosh,
at the
look
plate.
at this. This is perfect. This is...
Oh, yeah. Alright, can you slide towards your brayer?
I can, and I can get rid of this.
Because we'd all like to see this magical wonderfulness.
Okay. That's the reason I have you here, Mom.
Yeah. Ooh. I like to seeing it like that. That looks pretty cool.
Now, we do have some little problems here. Okay, did you hear that little flippity flip?
So Judy, by the way, welcome Judy. Judy 333. That's our Judy Stein. P's product. She's a product pusher. I had to order some Amsterdam paints in those daggone empty jars. They come in handy.
They really do, for lots of things. That's what I have my, rather than putting some in a little thing and then having to do it each time. I like the size of this because it accommodates a fairly large brush.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Leslie uses her CBD jars.
Well, there you go.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's a keeper of all, you know, like the impasto stuff. But those are really big ones, so it's nice to have the little ones as an option as well.
Okay, I'm going to try to keep this over here. And
all right, you got about 30 minutes.
Oh wow!
And when you start,
where did that time go?
Well, you were gel printing. It's a good time.
All right, well let's do some pulling up here. Let's see what happens with this.
Well, are you gonna put something over it?
Yeah. No,
Why?
I'm not.
No, you just can't pull
I'm going to pull it up.
Okay.
I'll pull it up with some of this.
I'm ready to see some of those other things.
Purplish. Well, I know I need to get back to them, but we need to make sure that they're nice and dry.
Or it is kind of a purpley.
It has iridescent colors in it from the
color shift stuff.
Yes.
The U.S. Art Supply.
Oh my goodness! Look at this. This is going to be
That's going to be interesting.
interesting. Okay, I'm using the smooth side.
Okay.
Now, you know, probably should let that dry for 30 minutes or so.
Is it coming up?
Gonna let it dry a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's work on this dude. It's got some stuff on it too. I really should clean these off. I'm just being I'm lazy.
I think that's
all right, we can just, here, we'll just, this is a really nice.
Oh, I love that one.
Lovely.
What number is that one?
I don't know.
Oh, that's one of your opaque.
That's my Rogue.
Yeah.
But I do have some, other greens over here. Number 14's kind of nice.
I think that one
and
that she just
number 14A.
Yeah, it's part of that series, sort of, and I think it was the overspill from when we were doing the paper artsy mixes.
And all you have to do to make it lighter is just add some more
thanks
impasto.
for stopping by, Jeanette.
Hey, yeah, thanks for the info on the
Judy has a
Bible
question.
paper.
I saw a question on Facebook about the difference between impasto and texture paste. Anyone know?
Well,
So, texture paste is going to be, and, some of that stuff, is it modeling paste, is it whatever? I mean, if it's texture paste, like light and fluffy, I mean, that actually has fluffy
bits.
Some actual texture to it.
Fluffy
now,
bits.
there are gessos that are textured, so you're going to have some kind of texture in it. I'm trying to describe that without, But impasto's more like a clear gel medium.
It is.
It's
a
just
cheap
thicker,
version.
and it's thicker than a gel. Like, usually
Yes.
the gel indicates that it's kind of a looser.
It's a little runny. This holds its peaks and valleys.
So it's like a heavy body.
And you can get really super heavy body, like this stuff right here.
Yeah.
Which is
And also very
extra heavy gel medium.
Extra heavy.
This is like the
yeah,
Cadillac of.
Yes, it is. It's very pricey stuff.
I got it because it was on sale.
Yeah, and we've never found it since.
Yeah, I probably would not order that again just because I think it's
super pricey.
Yeah, and I don't think that you need to. Well, that was kind of unimpressive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh well, it's still got some stuff on there, and I'll let that dry, and we'll do some other things to that. I'm just trying to get this stuff off of here.
Okay.
Boy, we're giving this paper a run for its money.
Yeah.
Because this is
some sticky business.
Sticky business.
Yes, and gel is more transparent. Texture paste is going to be opaque, like a white, or, I mean, they come in different colors too, or you can add color. But hopefully that kind of covers it. And it's hard to say unless you say, all right, I want to know about this brand, this, and this description. Because they all use different terminology. Some of the things are similar.
Oh, that's kind of poopy.
Or at least that has been, right? And that's kind of how we feel about it, is like...
Yeah,
their terminology sometimes is like, okay, well, so...
And the thing is if you really want to know about those things, you can go to Golden, and they have a whole, I printed off. They have a whole thing explaining everything.
Yes.
Probably in a lot more detail than you really care to.
That's a lot of info.
A lot of info. Haven't had any blues on today. So.
Does PM Artist Studio have a book out yet? We keep talking about that we need to publish some kind of book of some sort. So we have the street cred. We're working on it. Violet, that's the we're thinking about it. I think it should just be a picture
We
book.
would have to really more pictures.
More pictures.
I always feel like that.
Yeah. And I think Amsterdam even has a really great, now I don't know that their info sheets went nearly in depth as Golden, but they were also equally informative.
Yes, I would say so.
So that's the place to go, like if you really want to know about a particular product. Now, I don't know. I've never really looked at US Art Supply to see how informative they are, like how Amsterdam and Golden does. I'll check that out this week if I can get a chance to do a bit of research there.
Okay, well this is just going to have some extra stuff on it, kind of those little spotty spots from...
The spotty spots?
Spotty spots from our failed
Yes, the first lady.
triangular thing, but we don't really care about that. And we'll have a little bit on that plate there.
Oh, there you go. So Kylie says impasto is more generally used with oil paints, whereas modeling paste, etc., was developed for acrylics.
Huh.
There you go.
Now remember, you really have to almost push.
Poosh.
Oh,
It's funny from this. We were learning how to make balloon arches, and there's this wonderful man that his tutorials were the best.
Yes, in
But
fact,
it
we
says
watched
push.
them many
He
times.
says you have to push the balloons. Push. That
Because
might
you,
have been why
you were
we-
making, you had balloons that were this way, and you wanted to make them go
Yeah, to make them
round.
round. Did you know that? So you blow them up, and then you push them. You let a little bit out, and then you blow it back up some more, and it makes them round. There you go. Little useless fun fact there. Unless, of course, you're making balloon arches. It's extremely helpful.
How about that one? Okay, now...
Oh, Julie says she gets annoyed with the lack of info on things. For example, a little birdie metallic wax. Does it dry pigment or... Oh, does it dry permanent or will it rub off? Ooh, that stuff I don't know about.
Yeah. Do not know.
She couldn't find anything.
Well...
Oh, Judy she's used an impasto medium in oils, but never in acrylics. Well, we all use it in acrylics.
Now, if you didn't get all of your stuff off and you want to do a little bit more cleaning off, and I'm doing that because I don't know, for whatever reason, it didn't come off like I wanted it to.
No.
May have been using the wrong side of the paper. That's the only thing with this paper, you got to figure out which side you want down. Oh,
It's kind of like me with the labels. I'm always like, jeez. Can't tell you how many times I've printed on the pull side. Which really irks you because then all the ink starts rubbing off on your hand. The wax should harden and cure. That's what Sharon says.
Okay, well, I'm going with you guys. I don't have a...
Oh, and then Violet did say that we should do a picture book with short captions.
I think that'd be
Yes,
excellent.
I think we can do that. We'll work on
Okay,
that.
well, I already got this out, and I'm just going to go ahead and go with the same old thing over here.
I like that. I think it'll be interesting. Can we start getting some polls? Got 20 minutes.
Yeah. But, hey, we've been flying through this stuff.
I know. There's lots of stuff down on
There's going
plates.
to be a
We
little
just-
funky color there, but oh well. Most of my paint, things on there are like for...
it's more
want
of a finishing product.
I want this to dry a little faster, so I'm taking off some of that extra.
All right. Yes. Agreed.
And I'm not futzing.
So if you want to leave it like overnight and get some cool loft and all that business, then you can, leave it and let it dry. Or just for demonstration purposes, we're getting her done.
Yeah, and I'm not going to spend time rubbing that off because I want to get on to some of these others that we can put a layer on and start pulling some stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so which one was first? Crosses.
Uh-huh.
And what did we decide that we were going to pull this with?
I think that, here's my thought.
We could do white.
We could do white. White is always, because it's going to then be pretty much what you see there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Now, I could go with,
Or,
yeah.
never, here, look.
What? The dark blue? Hey, I've got this orange, Mariah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay.
This is U.S. Art Supply. It's a lot.
This is the interference colors.
Yeah. I love these things. And they're, they're not cheap, but they're also not as pricey as the butters.
Yeah.
The butters are kind of high dollar.
Yes.
So this is acrylic paint, U.S. Art Supply. This one is Blaze Red with gold iridescence.
And it's showing the back, because maybe some people haven't seen that, or, how we do the thing that we do. So I print those little thingies out. And actually, if you download our guide, the paint guide, I think that's still in there. It's some blank sheets. But they're great if you want to be able to quickly kind of remember how it's going to perform. Because sometimes you just don't remember that stuff. So another little swatch kind of idea. And then you just tape it onto the outside there.
Now, I'm taking off more than I normally would here, simply because I'm hoping these are going to dry enough that I can pull them. I don't know if they will.
Now, do you want to try any of that other paper that is behind you on the bigger sheets, or no? You're just going to go with... Okay.
No, I'm going to go with what I know.
Okay.
Because...
We'll test those out, Robin, let you know.
We'll test those out.
All the other ones.
This would not be the time. Okay, very important. Mariah, do you see my...
And I think all it is like, it's kind of a fancier, for like iridescent.
My Baron. Do you see my Baron?
No.
Here it is. I knew I put it on one of these things.
She was just frantically looking on the cart.
And the reason you want to get this down in here really good is because, remember, you have those little dipsy doodahs where you had your...
Don't you think that that's what the interference means?
What?
Is it's that iridescent. It's because it's like color shifting.
It's like color shifting.
I think that's all it means. And some people, some brands use it interchangeably.
Yeah. Now what you can do, and this is kind of tricky, while it's still ever so slightly wet.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. And welcome, Aunt B. Are you going to show it? Ooh.
This is what you're going to get when you pull it up.
When it dries.
Why? Remember, color wheel. Orange and blue make brown. But isn't it a lovely, lovely, lovely brown? And we've got some good stuff going on here where it kind of got underneath and around. Oh, I love these little things. Little occlusions. Okay, now, other thing. I'm going to turn this back over and put it down. You want to make sure as many ripples, because remember we had really wet paint. Those ripples, where's my...
Man. Exactly.
Where's my, okay. This is, and you can even see, can you see the ripples?
Well, they do that for branding purposes.
What?
Oh, just the different names and, different
Oh, yeah.
brand. It's like, yes, it would be nice if it was all standardized, but.
Yeah, and all those fancy names for paints, I'm just like, we could standardize those, I'd really like that too. Then I'll know what color I'm ordering when I, Okay, now back to this. Because this is exactly the same thing I did here. I had red, Pyrrole red base. Started off with that. Pull the crosses up with tissue. Golden iridescent bronze fluid acrylic over the whole plate. So the gold went into the places that I had removed the red Pyrrole paint, right? Okay, this is an overnight dry pull. Note, some rippling noticeable when applying pressure on the paper. This rippling effect is most likely what created the negative spots here because I didn't get it into contact with
the mappy business.
Yeah. Now, Fran likes that. If you like that, don't worry about your ripples. But if you would like to get a nice clean, and I actually kind of like it too.
Oh, okay. So, hey, Violet says, this is a page for the book.
Oh.
That's exactly what she wants to know. I will post this in Makers, y'all. So you have the notes and everything.
Okay. Here, I'll just hand this off to you. Then I don't have to be responsible.
Oh, all right. Robin has some updated information here. Impasto refers to the heavy texture, not specific to oil or acrylic. Impasto mediums make the paint viscous enough to hold its shape when thickly applied. There you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Love it.
All right. Okay, so what did we do next? We did the Macintosh.
Hey, and if I can find that other one that has the notes, which it'll pop up around here somewhere, I will post it. And it's going to be the one that is what we're trying to kind of recreate here. And we have notes on, but we don't know where the paper went.
I think this greenish gold is going to be...
Oh, you're not going to do the orangey? Pinky orangey? Remember we did the pinky corally orangey?
Well, how about...
What do you guys think? Do you want to go...
What if we do this?
Oh, I love some piggy pink. Happy, happy.
All right, so here we are. We're back here. So basically what we're doing here... Basically what we're doing here is we're doing a green and a red. Except it's sort of, kind of, yeah. You get the idea.
Yes.
So we know that it's going to brown out somewhat.
Well, so the areas with the yellow are going to go peach. Because you add yellow to pink or red, you're going to start getting peachy.
Peachy. Oh, did you see that blop out there?
Now, on the more greenish, but there's some blue there. So it could get purpley-ish. This is the loveliness, and it gets a little funky with these transparent colors because, especially, some of it to consider as well is how dry something is.
Yes.
So the more dry this is, the more it's going to actually hold a bit more of that original color there. But because they are iridescent, you're obviously going to have mixture. So then your color wheel and color mixing comes more into play.
This is really kind of cool because this is really a color that they would have used.
Okay, let's see. Gold, no pinky pig. Christy says piggy pink. Yay. Well, it won't be pink, so it'll be all right.
No, it's semi-transparent. You can see on here, you can see the lines through it.
Yeah.
So it's not totally going to obliterate.
That's the one thing I really like about these U.S. Art Supply ones versus a lot of the other metallic paints is that a lot of metallic paints...
Because the butters are...
They will obliterate all color.
Yeah.
It's like that will be the color.
All right, I'm not getting ripples here. I'm very happy about that. And I am going to turn this over because I will not pull this print today. I will allow this to...
Oh, we're gonna leave you guys hanging on that.
But I'm going to try to pull it.
Flip it.
flip it so that you can see
The
it.
big plates are a little tricky to flip.
The big plates are a little tricky to flip. I need somebody else with
I know, I see that. There
another
you go.
hand.
She's flipping papers.
Flying all over the place. But look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Is Lisa here today?
Yeah, she was here earlier. She hasn't been, you know.
Yeah, she's probably going, I need it for my clean.
I think she might have finished or getting darn close. By the time it arrived, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry about that. But I think that that's going to be absolutely lovely.
Anyone else doing some Klimt business, let us know.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened there. Oh, well. All is well.
She's here.
I've got it all ripple-free, hopefully.
Okay, shoot, wait. All right, hold on here. All right, so Kylie says, yes, Robin, impasto is a technique. You can add a product called impasto to oil, which gives it longer time to play. And the paint is a textured finish. Heavy gel medium for acrylic. Okay. You promised gold. Inquished. Okay, you got to give Fran some gold.
Fran, gold. This gold is for you, girl.
Fran. All right, and then Violet says her
Greeny
career
gold.
as a transcriptionist, hence the CMT. And now I'm thinking I need to just watch your replays and transcribe them all. Aw, that would be awesome. Actually, you know, I can pull, you know, because they do the closed captioning. I think I can pull that. Sometimes it's pretty hilarious, though, because it's not always right. But that's sometimes funny. Okay, that would be awesome, though. I hate to admit it, I bought these U.S. Art Supply iridescents because of P. Also.
Now, see
I
this
hope you're
stuff
using
that
this.
I've got ooking out on the corners here?
She doesn't like that. I think it's funny. Because they kind of just dangle out there and do funny things.
Yeah, and make hairy-looking things.
Hairy things, yes.
Hairy things. Well, the reason I picked that up is because I'm going to try to get these close together here so that I can
Now, Leslie, you got to say...
use one piece of paper.
She wanted me to say something again. I'm not sure exactly what you want, but hopefully, you know, just let me know and I'll repeat if I can. Okay. Oh, wow, Violet. That would be a huge job. Yes. They're prolific.
What, pardon?
The transcription stuff. But yeah, they do. On the back end, like once the video is fully rendered and it goes out there, you can go on a certain part of the videos and pull it because you can clean it up if you want. But it's a lot of work there. But yeah, we could supply the video. I'm not cleaning it up though. Gold, she's doing happy dance. And welcome. Welcome, Tracy. Aw. That's awesome. She came over from Kylie's channel. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, I don't know if I can do this.
It says, yeah, we...
Okay, we're gonna do a Fran here.
She's cutting well on the plate. What gold was that?
That was gold to silver iridescence in the U.S. Art Supply acrylic paint. And I did this because I wanted, since we're not going to be able to...
Are you going to pull anything?
Probably not.
We may have to hang out a minute. No, they're not getting restless downstairs, so I think we should be good. We may go over a little bit today, so that way we can at least pull. We got to pull one of these.
Well, it ain't going to be this one.
It ain't going to be that one.
All right, I'm just going to put this over yonder.
I'm going to check the crosses, or the
Check the...
pluses. I
Well-
don't want to call them crosses, because they're not really crosses, but, you know, they're crisscrossy.
Plussy.
They're plus signs.
Well, I'm needing to get something down on the rest of this.
Okay. Well, we're just going to keep adding paint.
I'll just have this stuff
Have
flying at me all over the
Watch for the shorts. All right, you're running your sleeve through the gravy.
Oh, look at that.
This is why I told her she was mad because I was wearing her sweaters and I've kind of taken over a few of them. And I said it's fine because the reason they don't have any paint on them is because they're in my possession.
So rude. So rude. Okay, now we're going to do something that I've been wanting to. Okay, here's the interference ones of these.
Aw, that's not obtainable in the UK. The US Art Supply stuff.
Oh. Well, when the postage stuff gets back to normal, I will hook you up. But can you see how they have a little tinge of color to them?
See, you can't see that in the pack, like when it's in the tube.
Yeah.
So you've got to do these little sample things if you've got these interference, iridescent, color shifting.
Now here's the kind of the reddish one, which I'm really thinking maybe that would be the one to use.
But I think these are similar, Fran, to the
I think maybe that.
Amsterdam ones, because let us know in the chat, Fran. She had some color shifting kind of, so they're similar.
And Mariah has ordered some of Amsterdam.
Oh, the little tubes?
The little tubes of their
No, that's the golden.
Oh, that's the golden.
The golden set of all the different metallics.
For some reason or other, I like my orientation of my plate to be.
It certainly works a little better in the frame, too.
Well, and it certainly works better when you're brayering.
Certainly.
Now, I'm going to try to use a little less here. Because I don't need to be brayering off, 3 tablespoons of paint. But I'd rather do that than... And this stuff is kind of tricky because it is transparent to the point that you can't really tell. So you have to pay really good attention to your
coverage.
And
yeah, I think you would be able to find one like either with probably Amsterdam. Has some of the similar iridescent color shifting.
And I know that they do have them.
Yeah. No worries. No worries, Lisa.
Oh, wow, that was really lopsided.
Okay, I think Golden has some of the transparent with the color shifting. They might, Laura. I know that they said that some of the colors that we're getting in this metallic set are iridescent, so that typically says that, it's kind of color shifting. So we'll see. We'll know a bit more. It's supposed to arrive today.
I don't know. Let's try the bluey greeny.
Bluey greeny.
Bluey greeny.
Yeah, Amsterdam does have the interference paints. Oh, and so does Golden. All right. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
They'll just be a little pricier than the US Art Supply. That's kind of a bummer.
But
they're going to be good paints.
They're going to be really good paints, and you're going to really love them. And see, I don't know about those. I just know about these cheap things, and I think they're wonderful. But if I ever use
them, see, that's going to be a problem. See, those golden ones are coming, and then she'll be like, oh, well, yeah, now I know.
I found it over here.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
She's gonna just. Here I am.
She found the one. Yeah. All right, you got that down. That's good. Because these, the metallics will dry pretty darn quick.
Okay, now while that's drying, because do I have any others that I need to put down?
I don't think so.
No, I think I've got all of them. So they've all got paper on. All right, here's the one that I was accusing Mariah of having, but I actually...
She was supposed to put notes on it.
Yeah. I was supposed to, but I couldn't find it. I thought she had it. All right, here we go, Fran. We've got some mappy colors, and it's really cool because when I pulled this, I pulled it too early. Because I was so excited about, what was happening. And so a lot of it stayed on here. And this is the second pull. This is the first pull.
Oh, quick question. All right, so Julie wants to know about the folk art dragonfly glaze.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I do know about that.
It looks like, I mean, it definitely does the shimmery iridescentness. How it performs, we don't know.
Yeah.
So give it a go. That's what I say.
And we would really be interested in knowing that, because I do not know. But I do know about the product. I've read about it. It's just that.
Oh, Elisa says she has the folk art brand of color shifts. So there, that would probably be another option.
And that would certainly be a lot more reasonable.
And I know Lisa uses them because all her awesome shiny iridescent stuff. I bet then that's probably what that is. Okay, go ahead. Robin loves them.
Okay, good deal.
Okay, there we go.
All right, so you can see out here, I did use an iridescent to pull that with, and you can see it over here, and I actually think it was the gold that I used. So I don't really have a green in that.
Well, yeah, because the reason it looks green is because she started with that same kind of minty greenish of the transparent colors. And then once you put the gold behind it.
Yeah, then that's what happens. But now here, this one I did the same way I did the plus signs and everything. Can you see? You can see a little bit of the other. This is a double stencil.
Here, and I'm going to zoom in if I can. Let's see here.
You know,
looky there.
What did I do with the other one? Oh, I don't know, people. I'm just, you know. Anyway, you can see what happened here.
There you go. I think that's right. Nope, flip up and down. And then I think you're going to be lined up. Nope, now back the other way. I promise it was the stencil.
There we go.
Oh, we've lined up. There we go.
Gosh.
That was hilarious.
What
Oh,
a
goodness.
whip.
I'll back out a little bit. There we go.
Okay. Now, you can see that. And I don't know what I did with, what did I do with, oh, here it is, it's hanging up.
Goodness gracious.
Here's this one. Of course, that's not it. Here we go. On top of it.
Yeah.
Voila!
So how about that?
And, you know, depending on what you want. But I love how that just pulls that other color to the outer edges of the interior part of the design. And I don't know. I think that's...
Yeah, so that took 3 pulls, right? 3? 2.
1, 2, and then the third pull was to get it all up.
Yeah.
Because 1, and then the one stencil, 2, third stencil.
Oh, so maybe 4.
4. Has to be 4.
4 pulls to get that.
And I lined them up. I want you all to notice that. I mean, it is off a little bit over here.
Oh, so I called this one Wonky Windows, right? Or Wavy. Wavy
Windows.
Wavy Windows, style 1 and 2, or you can buy the set. I'm trying to kind of come up with a third one that goes with this. That actually is kind of like what you see there with what P's doing. But I got to work on it because there's some little spots and...
Yeah, and...
messy business.
And it really... You can see here where it's double.
Yeah.
Double. That should ideally go over perfectly.
Yeah.
Like that.
But see, this is one of the things that whenever...
But if you go ahead and just really line it up all the way off centered, look at that. How cool that looks.
See, and that's how I was playing with it to get it to cut too.
Because you're going to get lines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That... Anyway, I think that this is really a splendid stencil, and I highly recommend it.
She didn't design it, I did.
It's totally on Mariah. This was not I didn't have anything to do with this one.
I was just playing around. Well, Fran and them had asked about some others, and they really liked the one window ones. And I was like, yeah, I do too, but I think that we could come up with something a little fancier than the regular squares that are also, because we have the just squares 1 and 2, which are pretty cool. But I wanted something a little different. For sure. All right, you want to come over here? We're going to pull some. You guys want to hang out a little bit longer? Let me know in the chat.
I'm going to see if I can, you know.
Okay, we're going to pull some things.
Do this one.
Because it's
a lot of times on these little ones, they dry faster. So there's less.
Thanks, Sharon. And hello. Oh, yeah, Barbara. Hi.
Alrighty.
Another Barbara. We got 2 Barbaras today.
I'm loving that.
Oh, I love that. See, that would have been really cool in like the medieval journal things that like Sharon and Lisa were doing. They both kind of did a medieval journal around the same time.
And this one's just not quite as...
All right, good. All right, we still have some people
kind of
and
smushy,
some new people
but remember,
coming in.
We had tons of layers under this one.
Well, hey, if you're new to the stream and you popped in or you're just checking out the replay and popping around.
We got lots of good stuff to...
Do give us thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We very much appreciate that. And, you know, I always give the thumbs up on the video. That's very helpful. Let other people know that this might be something worth watching. That's why we show up.
Yeah, for sure. I always get those little bits and pieces if you're going to use that piece of paper to store your thing in. If you have lumps on there, you do really want to get those off.
It'll embed into the plate, and then you're going to be like, what is that funky little thing? And it will
eventually go away, but it can be an irritant.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not loving this. I think it's interesting, but not anything to write home about. But you can see the other...
Oh, that was the plate that you were saying.
Yeah, that had a bunch of monkey muck on.
some funky things. And
all kinds of stuff on that one.
It had stories to tell. Some
of which I have no idea what was there. All right, let's see here.
Oh, hello, Debbie. Well, I'm so glad that you came in, gave us a little bit in the chat. That's awesome. Yeah, welcome.
All right, I'm pulling this whether it works or not.
Don't you dare stop is what Fran says. Okay. Ooh. Ah. Now that's the business.
Love that baby.
That's some good stuff right there. Now, keep in mind, if you would have let the Prussian blue dry a bit more, it probably would have been a bit more pronounced.
Yes.
And not mixed as much. But that's cool too. So depending on when you want to pull it and when you want to put down the next color and all that, if you want to hold a layer a bit more, a particular color, it's a lot like when you batik.
Let it dry completely.
Then lock it so that locks in the color. That's like using the wax. For those of you that batik. Maybe a terrible reference to use, but that's what I got. That's what I got.
Okay, I'm not going to pull this because I think that this one would be so lovely if it were all really dry. This is my double, the Macintosh.
The side by side.
No, the whole piece here.
Yeah,
okay,
but the two stencils side by side.
No.
No. Yes.
Yes. 2 stencils side by side.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking there. I was thinking it was a whole stencil.
Okay, don't give it. All right. They say keep it going. All righty, we'll keep it going here for a bit. Oh, thank you, Nettie. That is so sweet. Big hugs. Give some hearts, P, when you pull that.
Oh, well, Fran's gonna love this one.
Oh, mappy business.
Mappy business.
So pull too early.
Pull too early.
But that's when you get some mappy business.
And we can have another go here at this and, you know, do some really...
This is sort of how the one happened, the other one that you were showing that you couldn't find.
Yes.
Similarly.
Yes. The one where we had two parts here. Yeah, this is basically what happened.
Oh, Ann Laur's here. We have Ann Lauver and Ann Laur.
yes. Hello, hello.
2 hands. This has been the double
All right,
day.
well, let's think about what we're going to put down here. That's going to make this be really... Okay, so we look at these 2 colors, and I love the idea of this. And so I'm thinking about using...
Minty green.
What?
The minty green.
Oh, let me see.
That number 14-ish, or yeah, or
8A?
8A works too.
8A.
Now, for those of you that are coming, because we got a bunch of new people coming in, so hello and welcome, and Laura people. I've got 2 Lauras. Tell you what, it's the double day. It's so awesome. And Carol, hello Carol, from the Magical Touch Studio. I think it's Carol, right?
This
Remind
is
me.
008A.
Yes. So, where was I at with that? I totally lost my train of thought.
You were talking about the paint colors and where you can get those.
Oh, yes. You can go to our website and check that out.
And I want to tell you right now before you get over there, because we had somebody with their noses all out of joint because it wasn't like in teaspoons and cups.
Yeah, it's not that kind of guide.
No, it is not.
It's dollops, and it just gives you kind of a reference to go, okay, well, if I'm mixing this much, then, it's kind of one of those things where you want to just play around with it a bit. That's what we do.
That's what we do. And I'm trying to get this stuff off here because what I really want to do is I want to get back to my tissue paper, which,
Yeah.
I really didn't anticipate this. I didn't want to pull out every gel plate that I had.
What is the number up to these days? 8 or... Did you order another one? Because you talked about it.
Yeah, I have 2 8s.
2 8s, yeah. There we go.
But we still have some wonderful stuff on there. We can still go on.
So the reason that minty green worked really, really well, and, Sharon was showing this kind of thing over there at Texture Junkies last night on her live stream, is that, this is why knowing the color wheel and understanding your complementary colors is going to be extremely helpful, especially if you want grunge. Because in order to get the grunge that you want, but yet still leave those hints of color there, it's good to understand that. So the peachy and the minty green, red and green. There you go. That's on your color chart.
Where did I?
What you need?
I covered up my color wheel.
Oh.
I
She
don't
took
know
it
what
off
I
the
did.
carton. Now it's under the layers.
Yeah, somewhere.
I have one right above me over here. See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We also have one downloadable on the website if you want one.
It's a very simple one, and it doesn't. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's just that you just have to have a basic understanding, and once you start getting the basics down, then the rest of it you can add as you go along. Your color whatevers.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm going to pull this on the opposite side.
Ooh, I like that idea of using the... Yeah, that's cool.
Because remember, I'm making...
She did that one on the wrong side, right? Is that why you're using the right side?
I don't know.
She doesn't know.
I just didn't want my...
She's going rogue.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's going to be great. Kiki, what do you think? She
Oh.
likes it. Kiki likes it.
Kiki's the foam head. Kiki might be getting some of that on her face.
She seemed okay with it.
She seemed happy about that. She
Okay.
needs something, in her nose area.
Yeah, I might have to do a little missionary work there too. Suddenly she's all a different color there, and if this disappears...
Oh, see, Fran says, show them longer.
Show.
We were saying that about yours
we were
too,
saying
Fran.
the same thing about you, Fran. It was like,
And Violet
why
said,
is
yes,
she
I was...
not showing that? There we go. Look at those babies.
Yes.
Now, if I don't really like this minty green,
Change it up. Do it. Do it, Pete.
well,
still-
yeah, it's dry.
It's pretty
You just
fit.
want
That's
to
pretty-
make sure that your paint is dry.
Otherwise, it's going to start pulling off and doing funky things. And sometimes that's fun.
Well, and sometimes we're going to have some funky stuff here. But look at that. That's some great grungy, goopy, gunky stuff. Okay, so
I'm gonna.
Now, here's your little test. What color are we going to put down on this to make our... Oh, I don't know what I did with it.
Well, you were just.
I don't know.
That's one of those days.
Losing my mind, and
What you looking for?
I'm looking for my color wheel.
Oh, it's under your plates and business there. I would take the big one down, but then that could cause a crash. I think it's under that stuff there.
No, it's not.
This is how the cover thing went the other
Oh,
or
God,
last night.
it is. I haven't got to the tea bags yet.
It might be for another day.
That might be another day. Okay, well, and here's the problem. I need the bigger plate. Oh, well, that's all right. We can show, and then we will know.
Show and you'll know.
We will know that.
Gotta give it a go.
We will know, because see, this is a modified. Can you see this little? Ow.
Oh, good. We're keeping Collage company while she's making dinner. All right. See, we need breakfast. Well, actually, it's lunchtime.
Okay, nice, transparent, lovely color. All of this stuff is going to show through this.
And as she's kind of pulling those, or you just pull. Okay, she's pulling. Oh, there you go. And bring it back to the other direction, but still keeping little bits of the minty green around there. I like that.
But look, it's almost in the same. Mm-hmm. And that's really, if you look at this color, I'm sure it has some green in it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I just think that is, I love that. I love everything about that. That's just super fantastic. Duper. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now what? This is Payne's Gray. I haven't used any Payne's Gray.
Yeah, we need some Payne's Gray. Oh, they like the, yes. Kylie, she likes the weathered look.
It is. It's really, it's.
Nettie's giving us some chuckles and stars. Appreciate it, Nettie. Thank you so much.
All right, this is Payne's Gray. And I don't know if Mariah finally got it in there.
Now, is that the one you mixed?
This is the one I mixed.
This is Payne's Gray. Don't be thinking that this is like store-bought.
No.
So it might be different.
This is my version.
And I think I still haven't put Payne's Gray in the book.
It's on the...
I know, it's on the cart here. Yeah, I have the note up here.
You can show them.
Oh, yeah, I'll show you guys. Or you show them, because it'll be in the big thing there.
Okay, here we go.
Here,
Payne's Gray recipe. Big blop of impasto. A little squirt of retardant. Now, you can use more or less of this depending on how long you want it to stay wet.
If you want to use it for stencils.
A small squeeze of golden carbon black. And that would be in the fluid acrylics rather than the high fluid. And a tiny squeeze of indigo blue Amsterdam Expert. And this is what you get. Payne's Gray.
Payne's Gray.
My Payne's Gray. And I never liked using Payne's Gray in watercolors because it always went down and it looked like, you know, it was like going to be this dark, wonderful stuff. And as it dries out and it's like this just kind of wannabe black. And I was like, I don't like this so much. Oh, yes. Just love this stuff. Yeah. I can't wait to.
And then your blue there, which is really interesting because
Pardon?
Which blue was that you used on the script in the lattice?
Oh, probably didn't.
Yeah,
neglected to tell everybody what
exactly,
I used.
Because I'm like, that is not
This is
precious.
4A.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 4A.
That's a little brighter blue. But not Miami Vice blue. Because Miami Vice is the number 5, I think. Isn't it? No, 5 is a...
No, it's...
There's your Miami Vice.
Yeah, it's really blue.
Blue.
Let's use some of that. I happen to have a lot of that. Some of these are getting kind of low.
Just got to do a paint mixing day.
Yeah, boy, I don't like doing that. And my tendency is to say,
Couture
oh.
Payne's Gray. Anne says, yes, couture.
Boy, this plate is getting to be.
I wouldn't be mad if that heat came
Look
on. I'm
at
starting
that.
to get cold.
There's some sweaters right over yonder.
Over yonder. I may have to go grab one. Lisa says it looks like a gorgeous pewter. It is, yeah, like a pewter.
And, you know, and when I was doing that, if I hadn't already written down the recipe, I would have gone ahead and put some more iridescent stuff in with it.
Iridescent.
Just to kind of, you know, give it a bit of an oomph. Look at this. You can just fold your paper over.
I love those pluses. So that's one of the new ones. I'm very pleased with that. I thought it was going to be kind of, you know, pluses. Like, there's a lot of pluses, but.
Okay, see, we're getting some good stuff here. Whoops, don't want to do that.
PM Artist Studio pluses. That's a real plus.
All right, so now we're at the point here where we've got all this lovely, lovely, lovely grunge on the plate. And you can just let this build up, you know, as long as you want to. But what I do when I get... What? Why are you laughing?
Says Mariah, wear a big chunky jumper and a scarf like P. I know, I didn't. I just wore my simple little turtleneck here, and it's not getting the job done.
Well, I love it here at this house. I have my control of the heat upstairs, and I like to sleep with it about 65.
You can hang meat in her room.
Yeah. My water's always pleasantly cool that I have on my nightstand beside me if I get thirsty in the nighttime.
It might even have ice chips in it.
Around the rim.
Set it by the window, and it definitely would, because she cracks the window. Crazy lady.
I even did that when I was in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, my husband feels the same way. So, my first and second.
Ooh, what's the Black Flash Folk Art Color Shift paint? Oh, tell us more about that, guys. That sounds.
Oh, yes.
We may have to order some of that today.
All right, now I can't remember if it was Fran or Robin or who it was. Just speak up. That said they did not like the hammer mill paper because it tended to
Robin.
Okay, flake off.
The heavier, yes, the 32 pounds. She's not crazy about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the dealio with that. You either have to pull it really early, or you let it dry overnight. It's not a medium pull, but look at the stuff going on there. That is what you wait for all day long.
You've got a little bit of pattern there. And actually what would be really cool is if later on, once it dries, you could come back in and do another layer on it with the pattern. I've still
got some lovely here.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff here. All right, well, let's get some more, a little more goopy gook. You guys are just hanging with me, right?
Yeah, we're hanging.
All right. I'm going to get some of my... I'm real proud of this color. This is my color I mixed up to be... What was Seth's color that he made?
Oh, which one is that? That's agave. So yeah, the paper artsy paint.
No. This is the something turquoise.
Tim Holtz, the patina.
Oh yes.
One.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I get Tim and Seth mixed up. You know, they all kind of sell the same... But look at that.
Everybody's got their thing.
Look at that color.
Hey, you know, even PM Artist Studio has some things.
But that is 008A.
We give the paint mixes, the guide away for free. Just got to get over to our website.
We do.
That's right.
Okay, that's going to be some lovely stuff.
Yeah, I think it's like sea glass. I love sea glass. I love that color. And I like seafoam greens. My most favorite seafoam green in the sprays was the Mr. Huey's. Because there hasn't been one that's quite like it. Even though they're similar. Just, you know, that one has always made me the most happy. Oh, no, I did not see his gel plate that fractured. Was that this last Wednesday? I had to get work done this week. I just was not online as much.
Like, that's kind of, ho-hum. Okay, I got another idea here. Because I think the way I got all of this wonderful goodness out here was doing the pickups with the tissue paper, because it doesn't pick up so good. I mean, or whatever.
Yeah.
What do we call this paper over here? Does it have a name? Ones we've been using that Robin sent us?
Oh, I just keep thinking that it's donut paper.
Donut paper. The donut
Forever.
grabbing
It will be
paper.
now, if we don't talk about baker, I think it's baker paper, or bakery paper, but donuts. The donut paper. It's not deli paper. It's more for the greasy stuff, I think, is the reason. And it's lighter weight tissue. Robin, give me a thumbs up. Tell me I absorbed that knowledge.
She got it right.
I got it right. Or tell me I'm wrong.
Yes, please. We can handle it.
Oh yeah, and we're happy. We don't want Robin to have a channel. We want to keep her.
We would like to keep her, please. We don't want her going elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, now see, that left some of that stuff on there. Now we're going to try some orange. And because we're just trying to build up some kind of oopy goopy brown here.
Oopy boop, ookie gookie brown. Pookie pookie.
Yeah. Because then we can pull it with the, oh, what do you call that stuff? My Lucas Krill mixture.
Oh yes, the one she badmouthed for a while, but now it's found a place in the world.
It did.
With retarder in it.
It did.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we want this to build up just a little bit more. So we're just going to keep putting on our papers and picking this up, because remember, this is going to be Kiki's neck and body.
Lisa, I tell you what, she spoils us, that Lisa. She says that we have 2 bottles of Color Shift Black paint coming to us tomorrow. Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
I appreciate that, because then I didn't have to go over to Amazon and squirrel and like forget about it 20 times, and I swear. Amazon's a dangerous place for me to be.
I'll send you the ask her if she still has Klimt.
Yeah, have you finished up the Klimt one, or do you want stuff, or what's next, Lisa?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's kind of Art Nouveau-y.
We seem to be going that way.
We're heading in that direction. Or maybe
I
some
don't
super
even
grunge.
know.
We got the Simic writing has got some good kind of,
Oh yeah.
ancient world. I think even I think Laura had said something like that.
Yeah, okay. I think I'd probably just pull this is my favorite today. This is the winter chicken dinner as far as I'm concerned.
I just love those colors together.
You too. Okay, here we go. Lucas Krill.
Now, do you have some things that need to be pulled behind you that we could check on just in case to give some more wowie zowies?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and hopefully you guys aren't hearing my tummy growl. That says it's lunchtime. That's all right.
All right. We'll just
There you go.
put the mappy stuff aside.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's that one that... How about that business?
Isn't that just gorgeous? Now, do y'all remember what I used? I don't.
So that was the one that you went...
I put the red on first.
Yes,
It was
the
the
coral.
transparent coral red. Took off the red with the tissue, which I have over here somewhere.
Then...
And then pulled it with the...
No, then put in blue.
Then put in...
Or did the layer of blue... Or no, you filled the...
No, it was... I
yes,
filled it with this stuff.
purple.
And then I
pulled with the
pulled
blue.
it with the blue.
There you go. See, I think it takes 4, all in all, to get those types of prints.
And remember, if you want this, like, Fran likes the mappy stuff, just pull it a little early, and then you're going to have some of that stuff staying on your plate. and that you can, you know, come back and pick up like we did here.
And there are probably some ways to like do that, like be able to just stencil on, but I still don't think that you get quite the same look.
It isn't the same look. You're never going to get that mirror, that little...
Yes, I can zoom in. You want me to
that
zoom
little halo effect of it being very heavy on the edges and lighter out in the middle.
in? Yeah.
I don't think... I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And the other thing is, you know, the stencils have a tendency, you're going to have some bleed throughs.
Oh, Margaret. Oh, of course we can get you. We got to get Margaret over to our website and the commonly used products, or the gel printing blog one that I think Lisa has been. That's the link that she's been putting into the chat. But yes, if you want to go to our commonly used, or head over to our blog there too, and I try to keep those actually at the top of the blogs. But there you go. Just head on over to the PM Artist Studio, and we list all the things here. And then you can get the color guide for free. You can download that for free. If you are new to this and new to mixing paints, you might be a little frustrated with that. But please do come back, watch a couple of our other videos where we kind of go through it a little bit slower. We have some color mixing videos. Oh no. Was it too early? But it's actually what happened the last time with it. I think it's that green. Or it's the pink that keeps making that happen. I think it's wonderful, personally.
I wanted it to be
spot on.
FP.
FP. Oh, here, let me back out. Hold on. Oh, she's sad.
Oh, well. Move along. Move along. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Because this will just intensify the blue. Then we'll have this where there isn't anything, and I think we have enough transparency in the gold. But you know what? That won't pull.
And guess who likes it?
Who? Fran. Well,
Fran's our mappy lover, and we love her for being a mappy lover.
Okay, I'm using Lucas Krill to pull this because I think it's lovely as it is.
Yeah.
And I think this cream in the background is going to be just...
All right, Fran, I'll send it to you.
Absolutely stunning, and I'm loving this color that I've got. Look at this.
Pinka says, wow. Kylie says, oh, P hugs. All of mine turn out like that. I think it has something to do. It's either that plate. There's some funny business going on there.
Oh, God knows we have a chance of some funny stuff going on.
Some funny business, some bubbles of some sort, because that can happen like that.
But you know what it is, Mariah? I waited too long to get it down. It dried. I guarantee you that is what happened. That metallic...
Tricky business.
Is tricky business.
And when you're trying to do those side by side, see how one side has less of that happening? That's I think you're
yeah, almost exactly half.
Mm-hmm. So that's one of the things, yeah. When you're using those metallics, you gotta get after it.
Don't lollygag.
Get the paper down.
Lollygag a little, and you notice I didn't wait. Here's the other thing that might be a good idea is to mix in a tiny bit of retarder over on the side or on another plate. I've seen people, doing mixing on their gel plates on the side.
Yeah. And
certainly that would be a good thing to do.
Well, and Robin says, here is a test that she uses. If the paper feels cold, it's not dry enough.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't going to pull regardless.
Right, because it had already dried.
It had already dried.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is absolutely, and that's true with watercolor. That's how you test watercolor paper.
Violet says she lives in Wisconsin. Everything's cold. It works in California.
Except in the summertime, right?
Yeah, what's summertime gel printing like in Wisconsin? Is that better? Maybe that's...
This is a very dangerous...
Oh, there you go, Laura.
...pull, Robin, because this is where you lose your paper.
Because it's still a little... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can glue those bits back on.
Yeah, I've actually done that. Well, see, we got a little bit of a mathy thing going on here, too. But isn't this interesting?
Cool. I like that.
Now, this would be interesting to go back in with a spray to get some, even, to make that sort of maybe crusty and whatnot.
Yeah. And that works well.
And that does.
That's usually one of my jobs.
I think this is a really beautiful
like
color
that.
combination. We've got some kind of Egyptian stuff going on here with this little
yeah.
sort of beaky looking thing that could be a bird.
Oh, you are most welcome, Margaret, and welcome to the group, to the chat. I hope you've subbed, liked, and done all of that, guys.
Yeah.
I think let's leave it to this. That was a pretty good pull there. I mean, it wasn't like, stars and, you know, fireworks and whatnot. But you want to come sit over here for a second?
I do. I'm going to leave this one with you. Because that one is F.
That was kind of a stellar one today.
That was a stellar. But now, I also, this one. And you won't be able to have this if you have a perfect one.
Yes, that is true.
So you must realize that.
There's kind of a give and take between pulls.
Trade-off.
For sure, for sure. Okay, let's switch cams here. All right, guys. Turn P back over here. We have very much enjoyed ourselves. Look at us going 35 minutes over. That's gel printing.
So glad that we got to do some gel printing today.
Yeah, this collage business has just been like, whew, taking forever.
Well, I don't mind doing it. It's a very zen-like activity, but as far as it's something that we want to watch, I don't think so. I don't want to watch that. I want to do it. It's like,
something great in the evenings.
Vacuuming. I don't mind doing it. I certainly hate listening to it.
Anyways, very much appreciate everyone that has come and joined us today. Yes. Of course, our usual crew. We love and adore you. Our mods that are rocking it and just, we just couldn't do it without you guys. We so appreciate that. And
we do.
So much fun. Next week, remember to come back, leave comments in the comment section of the video once you can do that. Usually I think you can do that pretty quickly these days anymore. It used to be that you'd have to render. But please come back and do that. And then we're going to pick some comments and send out some ATCs next week. Fran is our winner of our ATC today because she showed up.
But you collage with gel prints. I do.
Yes.
I do. Yes. And you can use the paper. It's just that you need to...
We're just saying we don't want to do it in live streams because it's really boring.
Yeah.
We'll show you guys some little tips and tricks.
I want to make the paper. I don't want to put it on something.
Yeah, we're going to make the papers and do all that. And hopefully we'll come up with some cool kind of different projects and things coming up. But then we do have the Makers Collab. Any of you that are new, please do come over, join the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. That's where we drop all of our information during the week and what we're kind of working on. Everybody's doing their heads. So that'll be fun. Oh my gosh, Sandy. Girl, you rocked it. That Sandy's head is awesome.
Oh, it is. Have y'all seen it?
Okay, let us know.
Yes.
But come on over there. That's where we hang out during the week. That's where we do the Makers Collab. We have a lot of our creators that are going to be part of the Makers Creative Collab. We have that all planned out for the year, those themes. You can play along if you want, along with then our group of people that are going to be doing the Creator Collab on YouTube. So I think that's kind of it. We really appreciate it. And hugs and kisses and all that business. You guys are awesome. Fun stream today.
Okay, here. Who is
Heather? Bye, everyone.
Heather K.
Yeah. She was in earlier, but yeah.
Okay.
She never sees the chat.
I don't get to see the chat, and I really have to work up reading it because it's
tiny.
Awfully tiny.
All right, guys.
Bye, everyone.
See you next week.
Thank you for showing up. You make a difference.